We're back. Oh my goodness. Alright. Let's see. I'm gonna be honest, I forgot how this works.
I haven't seen your last video actually.
The one that I did with the ship?
COVID tested? I saw the top 5 jobs.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, it was me and Chief Zorza on that one.
You get what?
Me and Chief Zorza.
Oh yeah?
That one. Yeah. I don't know if my phone will display. So I was trying to go live with my laptop, but it's not working.
I think I just saw you online.
Yeah, it's showing that I'm on live right now. So I'm gonna see if I can load it up on my computer. Ooh, it's good quality.
It's pretty good.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, I hear the echo of my phone in the background.
Yes, you can. I don't see any questions, but I'm trying to.
Oh, there's 4 people.
Do you see any questions popping up on your thing?
No. Well, I'm not even signed in. Oh well.
All right, there we go. I'm able to. I guess I don't know. Got some people in here. That's for sure.
I saw like 5 or 6.
It's getting lit. Just gotta get some questions going. Got like an hour.
Ask it a question.
Bam.
Oh, I thought that was
All right. All right, Isaiah's in here. So hey, so have you gone on deployment with Seabees?
I think there were like one squadron, which was like 10 to 15 people, but I think that was it.
We had Seabees on board.
Yeah.
Seabees are pretty different. Like they do 2 things. It's either construction or like combat. Like they do both. So it's weird. I don't know how to explain it.
They're like carpenters,
Yeah.
but
Oh,
they're also basically Marines in terms of
I
combat.
know. So like AOs, we have an old program. I don't know if it's still active, where we can deploy with Marines, boots on
Really?
ground rifles. Like AOs are riflemen.
I didn't know that.
So all right, favorite part of deployment. So if you guys don't know these guys, I have Tanner with me. He's a good buddy. I also have my buddy Brant over here with me. They're gonna be also answering some questions. So, favorite part of deployment.
Ooh.
And don't say return to home board.
Honestly, Suda Greece was fantastic. It was absolutely gorgeous. The oranges that they had were fantastic. It was probably the best oranges that I've ever had in my life.
Food was good.
The food was fantastic.
Was really
The gyros were great. Absolutely fantastic. The tacos were a little weird, but you know, who gets Mexican in Greece?
In Greece, yeah. It's a little weird.
But yeah, other than that,
How about you, dude?
it's pretty chill.
I think I'm going to say, you know, I think everyone's favorite part of deployment was Suda Bay,
Yeah.
Yeah.
because that was one of the very first times out of almost a full year of being out at sea that everyone actually got the chance to
Like unwind.
yeah, like kind of just like let loose and everything. Like, yeah, they sold really good food. Yeah, they sold, you know, beer and everything like that. And then they brought the stores to us
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
on the pier. So we really didn't have to go anywhere. And there were mountains all around us. You could take plenty of pictures,
Yeah.
you know.
And
You get
for
to that-
any of the salty dogs out there, it wasn't a typical pull into pier. It's COVID based, so we were basically locked on the pier.
Yeah.
So they brought
Sandbox.
tents out and they set up shops underneath the tents. It was pretty cool.
Sandbox Liberty, basically.
But they did have 3 DJs going on all different parts
Oh, yeah?
of the pier.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was pretty
that was
lit.
really cool.
It was an outside
Like,
party.
Yeah, like you go in the back right by the baseball field, that's a different song. You go to the front, that's a different song.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know,
get to do all like you get to get all like your little knickknacks. Like in Greece, this is the hoodie I had made. It has like some Aztec looking stuff on the back with like a minotaur. But yeah, you get some nice stuff. I got like some china plates. I would say my favorite part of deployment is gonna be a little cliche, but the Admiral in Greece was walking around, hanging out with sailors, which is pretty interesting. And I've met a lot of followers on this deployment, close to 60 people that came up to me on the ship, like, holy crap, it's you. I'm like, yeah, it's me, just regular dudes, whatever. And so my friends that I was hanging out with, a lot of them were followers of my YouTube channel. They kind of ran up to the Admiral and they're like, sir, you need to go talk to Aaron. He's like, who's Aaron? Like, you remember this?
I don't remember.
Oh, you weren't there. They're like, oh, he's a famous YouTuber. So the Admiral comes up to me. He's like, hey, how you doing? I was like, good news, sir. I was like, they're like, tell him. So at the time I was working on this deployment video for y'all. And so I was like, hey, I'm making this video to promote the Navy and the strike group as well as the command. Would you like to watch it? He's like, absolutely. He's like, you have pen and paper? I was like, no. I was like, thinking to myself, I was like, who walks around with pen and paper? So he's like, oh, that's unfortunate. I was like, well, I have a notepad on my phone. He's like, yeah, get it out. So I got the notepad out of my phone. I gave the Admiral my phone, and he puts in Lieutenant Mamie Dobbs in my phone. He's like, there you go. Like, it's in my notes, and like the title's Admiral. So I'm like looking at it, and I'm like, who's Lieutenant Dobbs? Like, he goes, oh, that's my personal aide. So whenever you finish the video, you email her and you tell her that I request to see your video and have you come sit down with me. I request to see your work. I was like, all right. So I got to go show the Admiral my video, and the video I was gonna do for you guys. The reason I have not uploaded it yet is because the Admiral is endorsing it, and he's gonna try and make it go Navy wide. So I'm trying to, it's insane. So that's why I haven't released it yet. So it's going through like some hoops and hurdles right now. We're gonna see what the Navy can do with my video, which is it just blew my mind. So that'd be a little cliche for me to say, but that was honestly like my favorite moment. Plus in Greece, people that live in Greece, they knew who I was. Like the vendors, like went up there and they're like, hey Aaron? I was like, yeah, and they're like, say it. I was like, it's your boy, and they're like, they got like their GoPros and stuff. It was pretty weird. It's definitely weird.
What I find interesting is that like I met him and he was just cool to me, I was cool to him. We kind of really hit it off the very first time we met. But I think the most humorous part about us being friends was that everybody around me knew who he was except me.
He's just that kind of guy.
Yeah, right, exactly. And then I'm just like, I'm so confused.
Yeah.
And then
I've been walking around like, they're like, hey, what's up, Aaron? I'm like, hey, guy. No, I don't know who these people are.
Yeah, even in other countries when they're because him and I are just sitting there, just walking to the store, and then we're just standing in line having a normal conversation.
Free meals.
And then like four or five guys just came up, and then they were like, oh, and then I was like, what? And then that's when I realized, when everyone got starstruck at the 7-Eleven line.
Somebody asked me for an autograph. And one person asked
on the ship.
On the ship.
Wow.
They randomly asked me for an autograph. One person asked me for a picture. I took the picture. I'm not doing no autograph.
He took like.
I told the kid, I was like, it's not really that big of a deal. He's like, but you're Aaron. And I was like, all right, what's your name? He's like, Jake from State Farm. I was like, and you're Jake. I was like, I'm just a dude. All right. So next question. Where are we at? So my dad's like, nice to see you, my son. Nice to see you too, Dad. Kind of, I guess. I don't know. Rate the deployment experience.
Ooh, okay. Well, I think
you gotta get in here so they can see you.
I think we're all biased because this was our first deployment. It might have been your second.
It was
definitely his second because you don't get to talk.
No, yeah, I was gonna say, like, are we comparing them or is it just like separate?
I think we should do both. I think you should compare them, and then I think we should say, hey, this is how our first deployment was.
Yeah.
Well, I can definitely do that. I can give you all the details about last deployment and this deployment. Definitely.
Yeah, I think you should lead with that, and then we can go like, hey, this is how our first deployment was.
Well, Okay, so starting with this deployment that we just got off of.
Yeah, if you want to backtrack.
This deployment. Just how was this deployment for you? Last
Okay.
deployment for him was not good at all.
No.
There's nothing positive to say. So we're just gonna go off of this deployment.
Blah, 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 blah. You know, but you know, I do have some positive things to say about last deployment. But so starting with this deployment, right? When I heard that we were going out again, and especially after just getting off last deployment, you know, going on 2-week underways and then like one month underway.
Yeah, the Com2X.
Yeah. Well, actually, that was before the Com2X. It was like before December, right before December.
Oh,
or
yeah, I know
something.
what you're talking about.
Yeah. So compared to all of them, it was a better underway in the sense that it wasn't like just CCC. It was like C Suda, CC Dukem, CC Dukem, CCC.
Virginia.
Yeah, exactly. And like, you know, and also, not only did we
Stop right now. Continue.
well, not only did we get the chance to actually like hit a few ports, but alongside the way, you would realize that it wasn't as bad as last deployment because it wasn't as long. So, comparing it to last deployment, you know, there were some things that we did get to do out to sea that normally people haven't done in the Navy for about 20 to 30 years now. Like when we had the swim call in the Mediterranean,
This chair is huge.
I jumped off the ship.
35-foot fall.
Yeah, 35
I
foot
wanted to
fall.
do that so bad. I wanted to do it so bad.
Yeah.
Terrified of heights, bro.
Oh, me too, but
So-
it was an
We
experience
can
that I
hold
wanted
hands
to
and
do.
jump. We can hold hands and jump.
Sure.
I would do it.
Not only that, but I experienced my first port at sea. Everyone was off for 4 days, and then there were mixed duty sections. So I thought that was pretty cool because I actually got to wear civvies on the ship and everything, and it wasn't just like a beer day on the flight deck. And the last part of the highlight reel was
Shellback.
when I became an iron shellback. Yep, and I still have my challenge coin to prove that.
Do you have it on you?
Yeah, it's right here in my
Grab
bag.
it. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Lucky.
Where are you guys going right now?
Well, hang on. How was
Here you go.
Oh.
Right there.
Yeah. Oh, I gave you this.
Ooh.
Yeah, I know.
I gave this to him, which I didn't even know how I ran into it because I wasn't even there.
No,
But-
yeah, but we traded.
Yeah,
we didn't.
We did trade.
Like,
Oh,
yeah,
that's
we
cool.
did trade it.
It has everything from like all the strike groups.
Yeah.
So you have
Where'd
like
you get that from?
you have the Rams. It's on board.
Well, I
Gunsingers.
traded him for it because I did have a Corona
Zappers.
bottle opener 2020 cruise, but he wanted it and he had the same one. And luckily enough, this was a bottle opener too. So I was like, you know what? I'll take this one. You can have my Corona bottle opener.
Oh, I love the Corona one. That one's so cool.
Yeah.
Deployment was all right. I talked to a lot of people that have been in the Navy, like from where I can pull information from, as opposed to like a lot of new people that don't really have like mentors or role models just yet going to the fleet. I was already kind of set. I was kind of set in that. You drank the wrong one?
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy.
It's fine. I didn't actually swallow any of it.
Alright, that's good. So I kind of had like 40 years of experience to tap into like at my disposal. So I already like came kind of like prepared. Some things, you know, happen, like stuff gets stolen here and there. It kind of sucks, but it's just the nature of the beast. So, but I feel like I was pretty prepared for the most part. Like I had all my entertainment stuff. I knew what I needed to do for work. It's just a matter of just creating your routine. Because creating your routine while you're on deployment, that's really a make or break. Like one of my AO2s, he has his little routine. He'll do certain things in the morning. He'll go and he'll make his tea. Like that's like a crucial part of his routine is making his tea. So everybody will just have like a routine that they kind of just fall into, and it helps you just get through the day and on to the next one. Tanner, would you like to tack on about your experience
So
drinking my drink?
I've been in the Navy 4 years now, coming up on 5, and 90% of it has been shore duty. Basically, I used to be in IT, and then I went undesignated. So I was in ITA school for about maybe 2 years, and then I was in holding for about a year, and then I finally reported onto the Ike, and I've been on the Ike for a year now. And deployment was my first actual deployment, but I've done underways on other ships and, like small 1 week and then 1 month underways. And this was honestly just about the same thing. We did a little bit things different. Like there was a lot more flight ops going on.
A lot.
We, myself as an undesignated seaman, I send and take fuel from other ships. I do the same thing with cargo, so we're the reason that food comes on board. We don't store it at all, but we take it. And then pass it off. We did all that. We also moor to piers and let go so we can get away from them. We dropped the anchor once. It was not for long. It was like 5 minutes.
Wow.
Yep. But it was fun. I actually enjoyed it. The communication to family was not as good as I would have liked it, but we did have email and we did have options to go use the ship phones.
Yeah.
So I had the option. I just kind of didn't have the time to do it. But
internet hours would be great if
the
internet worked 100%. You can only do so much.
But yeah, and for a first deployment, it was fantastic. I loved it.
Oh, go ahead.
And for those of you wondering, the ship phone is required to have a card since it's sponsored by AT&T. So one card is going to cost you $20 for 45 minutes.
I think it's a little more than that.
No, it's 45 minutes.
Is it really?
Yeah.
I never used it.
I bought 3.
I used it once and it was really depressing, so I was just like, no.
It's very static.
Plus, I never know if family's going to answer. Plus, you're on the other side of the world.
The time
so
zone changes.
It's like
and all
9
that.
o'clock at night for you, and it's like 11 for them.
Yeah.
That's not that bad.
I am.
I wake up at 8 o'clock and I try to call my family and it's 2 a.m.
Yeah.
It's bad.
Yeah. It's
yeah,
bad.
and you also got to realize, factor in the other ones. Also about the phone, I don't know if you noticed, but there's a little bit of a delay.
Mm-hmm.
So you say something, and then it's kind of hard to try to hear what they're trying to say, and then start a new subject
Right.
and everything. So it's kind of hard, and at the same time, there's a chance that they may not answer because I've heard from my family members that my number will either pop up as all zeros or unknown.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My mom
seen
answered off of a whim.
I've seen the unknown, or I've heard my family say that they've seen the unknown, but I've actually had my family say, yeah, it looks like you're calling me from San Diego. Did you guys stop in San Diego? I'm like,
No.
No, we're nowhere near. We're near Egypt.
Middle of
Wow.
So it's a trade-off. The phone, nobody knows what the phone number is. So if your family is expecting a phone call from you, you're probably gonna also answer random phone calls and telemarketers, and zeros.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so we're getting a little behind on these questions.
Yeah, we are.
Let's see.
Okay, let's try to answer it a little quicker.
Where are you guys going right now? So the ship is going to be going to the yards, and we're going to be doing workups. Basically, it's
so not really anywhere.
rehabbing the ship. It's not really going anywhere yet.
Yep.
All right, so joining as an MA, I hear mixed reviews. Any advice for JT?
I've got a lot of MA friends, and
Don't get him started
the
on
worst
this.
part, the worst part of being an MA is the training. But they say even that is fun. And then when you get to the ship, it is a little bit more chill. I'm speaking just carrier-wise. It's a little bit more chill because there's a lot of you. But it is it's 2 4-hour watches a day, I think.
Something like that.
Yes.
It's not too bad, but it's kind of a little boring. Out to sea, it's a lot better. You just roam around the ship protecting everyone. You do gun checks and stuff like that.
Oh, if you're an MA and you're going to a small boy, if you're on a small boy, it's going to be lit because you're going to have 2 other rates helping you out with your job, which are going to be gunner's mates and
Radios.
ordnance.
Yep.
So we're going to
and-
be doing the rifle watches and stuff.
And to add on to that,
Weather watch.
all of my friends, a good majority of them on the ship, they are MAs. So one thing I could probably chime in with is that sometimes it'll be inconvenient, but most of the time the perks will outweigh the what's a good word here? The bad.
Oh, yeah.
The bad. Sometimes the perks are really good. For instance, right now, the MAs are working 24 on, 24 off. So for every day you work, you get 1 day off.
Which you spend to sleep.
Yeah, you probably would spend asleep.
Yeah.
Oh Lord. All right. So next question. Yeah. Also, can my wife travel with me after A school?
It depends.
I think it's only to your permanent duty station.
So it's no. They
I
can
don't
travel
think
with
so.
you as long as they are not military, but you can only do it once.
Yeah, that's.
And then if they are military, they can travel to the same state, but they cannot be on the same base.
Yeah, it's like a rule. You can't have like you can do it with siblings and stuff, but like immediate family, which would be considered like your wife or like your kid or something.
Mom, dad, sister.
Yeah, something
brother.
like that. Like you can't really have like the same command. Rather, you can do siblings. Siblings you can do.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never.
I didn't hear that either.
Nobody
Yeah.
ever told me.
I was asking
that.
my recruiter. I was like, my cousin wants to join. What's the likelihood that we could actually go to the same command? There apparently, from what he explained, there is some program. I'd have to look more into it, but it would allow you both to serve at the same command.
Oh, it's called the buddy system, but the only way with that is that you guys have to go to boot camp at the same time too. And on a different note, if you don't use the buddy system to go to boot camp together, to go serve together, then at the same time they will try to keep you guys separated and send you to different commands.
Yep.
Which is fair, because in all honesty, the reason they do that is like, what's the word? Nepotism.
Yeah.
They consider it a distraction.
So it'd be like a distraction, but
Yeah.
also it could be like unfair.
And
'Cause, like,
favoritism, yeah.
Let's say like this is my younger brother, right? And I'm like a senior chief, and he's like a third class. Like he could, if he's having trouble with something, well, you know what?
Senior chief.
My brother's a senior
yeah.
chief. He can take care of this for me. So it's like they eliminate that potential.
Yeah, the
thing
possibility.
When do you ship out? We're going in the yards. It's going to be so far an estimated 13 months before we go back out to sea. It will probably be longer.
Yeah, there's like
Well, we gotta.
they give us like a ballpark number, but it's gonna change.
Yeah, we got a CO gram because it was from the new CO. Well, this is all based off of AO1 winners, but whoops. But anyways, yeah. So
Shout out.
But anyways, yeah. So apparently, in the yards there has been a new CO, and she said for the Ike that it would take an estimated time of 2 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That
So-
doesn't surprise me either.
So roughly 13 months to 2 years.
More or less. Everything is always subject to change. Like you guys are gonna learn when you go out to sea, and you guys are on deployment, and they're gonna say, our return date is November 3rd.
Can I quote John Lennon?
Sure.
Life is what happens when you're busy making other plans. So basically, everything that the Navy tells you, it's either, hey, it's 100% true, or hey, do not listen to me because I know it's wrong. But they're never going to tell you which is which.
But also, so like, let's say this last deployment we were doing combat ops supporting our ships withdrawing out of Afghanistan. Then they gave us our new return to home port date. Okay, and that came from like, what was it, SecDef and the Pentagon and whatnot. So it came from like all these higher up officials. You have to understand, like, it's a set date, but it's not a set date because everything is subject to change, meaning it could be that date plus or minus 10 days, right? It's 10 days?
Yep.
Yeah, so everything is like 100% subject to change. So just because they say something, it can most definitely change.
Oh, and you might also want to throw in the advice that we got on this deployment.
Oh.
Remember?
Expect the worst.
Well, yeah, that too.
You know, be prepared for the worst.
That's right.
Be
Yeah.
prepared for the worst.
I mean that too, but also
Which isn't getting what you want.
Yeah.
they should probably know. They should probably know that they said no carrier or no any ship has ever gone to the Middle East without getting extended.
Oh,
So don't ever listen to the first dates. That's what I can tell you
Mhm.
because Iron Ike, and then we went through the straits and everything, and then we got extended from June 17th to like August 22nd.
But this time, like with what was going on, though, I mean, we kind of had to get extended.
I mean, yeah, we had to get extended, but it's also the fact that it was dying down a little bit during this deployment because everything was in like either Charlie or Bravo. It was kind of bouncing back and forth, but we still got extended, even though there were like mask and COVID mitigations and everything. People were getting it down to a T, but we still got extended. So I think, with everyone else's experiences, like AO1s and everything, he said he has never been on a deployment that goes to the Middle East without getting extended. And that was before COVID because he's old.
All right, we're definitely falling behind. All right.
That one. How many coins?
How many coins have you three got since you've been in?
Since I've been in?
So how many coins have I purchased, or how many coins have I been given?
So I've purchased 6. 3 of them were in boot camp. 3 of them were in my A school. I have received 4, and then I purchased 3 more on deployment for the squadrons. So the
I've got that.
airplanes and stuff like that. I know you gotta be. You probably have like 800.
I have so many coins.
Oh my god. It's like this thick.
One of the coins that I got,
Yeah.
it's like literally this big.
Wait, the coin is that big?
Yeah, dude.
What?
Yeah. It's a first class coin.
Even-
it's
even-
like it's a plate.
Oh my
He
God.
even have one. He's even got one that looks like a compass, but it's also spins.
I traded it too.
Oh really? Oh wow.
Dang.
That's what you do, man.
Yeah, that's true.
You can't hold on to coins. Ones that you should never trade are the ones that you're given.
Mhm.
So I have like literally a bag full of it's full of patches
Yep.
and freaking coins.
Oh no, I
Like,
did
it is-
get the CO coin too. When I was Sailor of the Day, I forgot about that.
That
Oh, that's pretty cool.
It's
I
not
didn't know you got a coin
Yeah.
for that.
I just like that generic
It's
one that's like
it's brass and it's got a star on one side, and on the other side it's got the carrier on it, and it says USS Dwight D. Eisenhower, commanding officer.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's the one that I got though? So I've received 3 since I've been in. So my rate AOs, we receive a coin when we become an ordnanceman. I don't know if that's like
Yeah, that is.
I didn't hear that.
yeah, we got a
Lucky.
coin.
Yeah.
All
Oh, that's when you like
all the other
graduate
rates
A
at
school.
Pensacola, as
Yeah,
far as I'm
no.
concerned, I think they have to buy their own. We're
That
actually
makes sense.
given it. So I got my AO challenge coin, which is like on display back at the house, back in Florida. A lieutenant gave me. I did a video on it. It's called a naval officer gave me this. It's like a coin from like Hawaii. It's like the Hawaiian Islands. It's a bear opener, and it's freaking dope. I did a video on it. It's called a naval officer gave me this. Go check it out if you want to see it, because I put it in there. And then I got one on this deployment. So I was on bomb farm watch. I was like inspecting all my ordnance, making sure everything was good to go. And some dude came up in like workout clothes, and he was like with this other dude, and he was like trying to explain to him like bombs and missiles and stuff that they were looking at in the bomb farm. And I like look over, and I'm just like listening. And he's like, all right, so this is a bomb, and what this does, and he was using like very, very
Vague nomenclature.
vague, plain nomenclature.
Yeah.
Like, when someone comes up
Oh,
and
yeah.
they're trying to like help somebody out with their air warfare pin and stuff like that, and they'll come up talking about all the ordnance, and they don't know a freaking thing.
Yeah. Because
So-
that's the same time, because like for the longest time, I think it was like the first 2 months that I actually had to like take you with me, like on my watch. Like we had watch together, because he was like, oh, it's the new guy, you need to show him, and then blah blah. And then
They
I'm
just
like,
wanted to get rid of
okay,
me.
cool. And so we always had watch together, so I knew exactly what he's talking about. But on my front, I'll answer this really quickly. Ever since I've been in, I've had 7 coins. And for those of you that are thinking about joining the Navy that haven't gone to boot camp yet, though, when you do go to boot camp, if you decide to go, you will get the chance to get all different types of coins.
Yep.
I think there's about
There's like
8.
yeah,
eight
there's
in
6 to
total.
8.
Yeah, like
So much stuff you can buy.
And-
deployment.
There's
yeah,
6 that everyone gets, and then there's 2 that are division specific.
Yeah, and one that I recommend, I got about 5, because I liked almost everyone in my division, and I got a state coin. So they just like keep track of what state you're from, and then they give you the coin based on that. And so then there's the division coin as well,
Must be nice.
and then everything wraps around that as well. So when you get a chance, if you're going through boot camp, take a look at the menu.
The menu.
Yeah, take a look at the menu.
So this guy came up and he was like explaining stuff from the farm, and so I went up to him and I was like, "Do you guys mind if I like teach you like what I know.
Chime in.
He's like, yeah, absolutely, help him out. So I like went through and explained everything that was in the bomb farm, and then I like also threw out some extra stuff, and then I like taught them publications and this, that, and the other. And this guy was like, just like look at me, and I was like, yes. He's like, what's your name? It's AO2. I'm like, no. I was like, I just became an E3. He's like, you're an E3? I was like, it's like, yeah. He's like, dude. He's like, everything you just explained is like AO2 knowledge. I'm like, no, it's not. He's like, it most definitely is. I was like, all right. He's like, oh, what's your name? Tell me a little bit about yourself. So I told him a little bit about myself, and he's like, all right, man, awesome. Man. And then he leaves. I'm like, oh, all right. Went and sat back down. I'm like, an hour and a half left. Just keep staring at this jet. And then this dude comes back. He's like, hey! I'm like, he's like, come here. I'm like, okay. He's like, hey, man, I just want to say, awesome. I wish my guys had the drive you do to like learn this stuff and this, that, and the other, and whatever. Keep on doing what you're doing. He like shook my hand, and then he like did the whole little wrist twist, and I was like,
secret coin.
It's a freaking challenge coin. So I looked at it, and it has the officer seal on it. So I was like, who are you? He goes, oh, I'm with he's like, I'm with VFA 83. And I'm like, oh, okay. He's like, I'm the AO gunner. I'm like, oh.
You were talking to a hot shot.
I was like, oh, he's a divisional officer.
Yeah.
I was like, all right. I was like, suck. So he's like, yeah, man. He's like, if you ever need anything or whatever, he's like, you let me know and I got you. I'm like, all right. I'm never gonna go to him. I was like, I don't want to get in trouble. I did go to him and like ask him some questions and stuff, and he was like, oh, bro, I'll help you out with your YouTube, this, that, and the other. He got me some freaking killer footage for this video for you guys, by the way.
This one?
That's the one that you showed
jets?
me.
Oh, yeah.
No spoilers.
No
spoilers.
No spoilers.
All
like,
right.
I won't say anything.
All right. You better not say anything.
I won't say anything.
All right. So, where we at?
That's 800. 800 division going.
That's it?
Swick.
All right, cool. So 800 division going SWIC. Any recommendation? I go to boot camp in about a month. All right. So I did an amazing video a little bit way back after looking in the archives. It's called 800 division spec war training. Can you pass? Something like that. It's like literally like a dude like running in like Freedom Hall. It literally says like 800 division. It's like a whole video, like everything you need to know about spec war as far as like the in boot camp process.
I will say
So
about
check it out.
SWIC though, I don't know much about SWIC, so don't take this to heart. But from the people that I've met in deck department that have been dropped from SWIC, it is 9 times out of 10 because of a leg injury. So be very careful about your legs. If you have shin splints, try to push it a day. They might not let you, but try to. And then I have heard that roughhousing in the middle of the night, because pretty much everyone does it.
Don't be stupid.
Don't be stupid, because they will fall on your leg, and that'll set you back.
Take care of yourself. Don't overexert yourself. And most importantly, like it's like your boot camp experience. To be honest, it's not going to be that much different. You're going to work out just a little bit more. That's it. Your boot camp experience is going to be that of the same of everybody else. You're still going to go. You're going to learn line handling, all this other crap. Not really crap, but you know what I mean. You're going to learn like all the other curriculum, if you will. You're going to learn like everything that the 3 of us learned going through boot camp. Like, you're going to come out a sailor just like we are, and you're going to go forth and then do your spec war stuff. But the only main purpose of like the 800 division is to just prepare you and keep you conditioned enough for when you go to like BUDS or SWIC school or
It's a lot more
rescue
mental.
swimmer school.
It's a lot more mental, both
They expect more.
training and, they do expect more. Because in that essence, you are I don't know how to describe it. You're just a more of an asset, I guess. Because technically you're all assets,
I wouldn't
but
say that. It's your
I don't know how to describe it.
the correct wording would be more of like they expect more out of you because you're taking like a bigger step.
Yes.
So the crazy part is, I can attest to it being more of a mental thing, because once you get to the fleet, from boot camp or from A school or C school or whatever, it does become way more of a mental thing, because being on the first deployment and the second deployment, and when I was on the second deployment with him, we were constantly bouncing off of each other for motivation. We would make each other laugh. Like, it's all about keeping your mind at bay.
Staying busy.
Yeah, pretty much.
Finding a
So,
routine.
like, don't ever get lost in your mind, ever. That's really dangerous.
Yep.
Sitting in the office, just like.
Yeah, friends are a great thing.
Bring entertainment.
Yeah,
Next
seriously.
question.
You also have the MWR too.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Are you all AO? I think you're an AO, yes?
Yes.
Okay,
No,
so
you're
those
not.
two are AOs. I am an undesignated seaman.
You're not an AO! You're an undes AO! You're like Galloway, and he has Ioyas on his freaking shower shoes!
I don't care. I've been there for 2 years. Okay. I just don't want to extend to get the rate. If I could get the rate without extending, then I would be in it.
You can. You just can't get on.
Galloway is like, I want to be an AZ, and then he has like the Ioya symbol and like the AO symbol like on his freaking shoes. His shower shoes. It's like little bomb emojis. I'm just like, bro.
Take a chill pill.
He's like, I'm gonna be an AZ one before you make AO3. I'm like, that's hurtful. First off.
Yeah.
Second off, how dare you? In my shop.
No, I'm an undesignated seaman, which is the watered down version of a BM. I am not as good as a BM. They do a lot more work than I do.
Just because you're undes doesn't mean you're a BM.
Yes, I am not a BM.
Put you where they need you.
I would like to be a BM, but they do a lot more work than I do. So I'm like a very, very watered down version of a BM.
He's gonna re-enlist and become an IC.
If you don't know what a BM is, it is basically Popeye. Everything that Popeye does. The only exception is we also take and receive fuel and cargo. That other than that, Popeye is a very good, because Popeye's a BM.
He said I'm basically Popeye.
No, I'm not
Where's
Popeye.
your spinach? Oh my
I do like
gosh.
spinach.
Bro, y'all are crazy. Bro.
That's funny. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, I lost it. Out of all the things I've ever heard you say, I've never heard something like that. Like, oh my gosh. Alright, where are we at?
What about the first?
Spouses go to permanent duty station each time, correct?
Yes.
No. They only go the first time. Oh, well, they can go each time, but the first time
you
the
PCS.
Navy pays for it.
Yeah, when you PCS and you get orders to new command,
Yes.
they take care of your entire move
But
for
only
you
the first time.
and then move your family. No? Every time.
Every time?
Yeah, I'm pretty
Every
sure.
time.
I'm pretty sure that
Every
they only
time.
pay the first time.
No, per
No.
contract.
No.
Oh,
Per contract.
As long,
okay.
Because see, the thing is, not only will they pay every
Pretty
time,
sure.
but
Like positive.
if you move up here and you get out, like right after your contract ends, then they will pay for it one last time for wherever you want to go.
Oh, that's what it was.
Because you have to move for work. So, next question. My brother.
Ooh, my brother still has a couple of his coins from when he was in the army. My
nice.
question about Boot can apply to the other guys too. I had to call you out because I know you.
What
What was the question?
I don't know. Okay, so Avila, what were the best care package items y'all got? Oh, that's a good question.
And what were some of the why did you mail me this items?
Yeah, that's funny. You go first.
Thanks. I only got one care package actually. It was dried pineapple, which is my favorite like healthy snack.
Ooh.
I also got candy corn, which is my favorite unhealthy snack.
That's disgusting.
And then I got
What's candy corn.
Candy corn?
You can just sit down and eat candy corn?
Candy corn is the best candy
You're a terrorist.
invented. And then she also, my girlfriend, she also got me socks, which I had
Fiancé.
been begging for. Fiance, yes. Begging for. Oh my
Why do I
gosh.
gotta correct you on that?
I don't know. Anyway, yours.
Oh god, it makes me nervous. My dad is watching now.
Dad's been watching for this whole time.
Probably, I don't know.
He joined 2 minutes in.
So, honestly, without a doubt, I think probably one of the best things I received would be, it's gonna sound stupid, it's like a two-parter. Japanese candy, underwear.
That's common.
Underwear.
Japanese candy underwear?
Japanese candy, underwear.
Oh, and underwear. Okay.
Yo,
I was about to get worried.
And socks. I ripped so many holes in socks and underwear.
Oh my
I
gosh.
was running low, man. I was like, all right. It was like almost having a hot rack underwear. It was bad. I was getting desperate. I was like, hey, yo, dad. He's like, hey, what's going on? I was like, hey, look. I was like, I need some overnight shipping. He's like, kind of hard to do since you're in the Middle East, but I'll see what I can do. It was like 3 days later. I'm like, heck
That's pretty
yeah.
fast.
No.
It's pretty fast.
Yeah, put a 0 after that 3.
Oh, that sounds about right.
So I think one of the best things I ever gotten in my care package was, see, the thing about my care packages is that they are very specific, because my mom is like one of those like overprotective moms.
I know what you're gonna say.
Yeah, you know.
I know exactly what he's gonna say.
Yeah.
It's his favorite thing.
So the first thing I found, and it was really amazing. It was so great. I found a ton of Rice Krispie treats, and I found a couple bags of Andy Cap cheddar fries. Those are awesome. I love them. And the last thing that you're thinking of,
here it is.
Krabby Patties.
But not just any Krabby Patty.
Pretty Patty.
He got a
Krabby
freaking
Patties.
Pretty Patty. It was like a purple Krabby Patty.
Limited edition, alongside with like a heart-shaped box full of regular
Now, do you
Krabby
like
Patty
candy
gummies
corn?
and everything. What?
Do you like candy corn?
Yeah.
Okay, so he's the weird one.
Oh wow.
Can you guys just sit down and eat candy corn? Like, is that a thing?
Yes.
I can't. I mean,
You
I
too,
just,
baby. Look, this man gets this Pretty Patty, and I was like, what? He's like, what? And I was like, oh. He's like, oh. I was like, are you gonna eat that? He goes, no.
Probably gonna save it.
I was like, you just gonna hold on to it? He's like, I'm gonna save it. I was like, for what? He goes, without even missing a beat, he goes, for a rainy day. There was this day, you remember what day this was? He was having the worst freaking day ever, like with work and then personal crap. He comes in the berth and he was just, like, just having a horrible day. And I was like, Brant, he's like, what? I'm like, you upset? He's like, little bit. I was like, you know what make you feel better? He's like, what? I was like, Pretty Patty. He's like, he goes, he gets in his rack and all I hear is, like, this is literally all I heard. I started laughing. I was laughing so hard. I was like, oh,
It's
Lord.
true,
What
man.
countries did you travel to?
Hey, when you're out at sea, the little things really do help. No
Yes.
matter how-
So, I'm gonna explain how we traveled, and then I'll tell you what we saw. So we went through the Straits of Gibraltar, and when you're going through, on your right, you're gonna see
The Rock?
the rock is on the left when you're going through initially.
Oh, you're talking about which countries?
Yeah. So on your right is gonna be Morocco, and on your left is Spain. You guys will see this in the video I did whenever I released it. It's like amazing. Like you could literally 2 different countries. It's insane. So we went through. We also saw what else was further down the line? It was
Gibraltar, then Strog.
Strog. Okay. So we did our
Oh no,
transit.
Strog is Gibraltar. My fault. Crap. What was it?
Some other country. whatever.
Wait, are you talking about like
The Suez.
the time that we
Before
had
Suez.
the Rock of Gibraltar and everything?
No, so what are the other countries that are like right after Morocco and Spain? What else did we see in there? Or was it just straight Morocco and Spain?
No. It was like, okay, the big rock on the on port side, that was Morocco.
No, that was Spain.
No,
Spain.
no, it wasn't.
That was
Yeah, it
Spain.
was.
It was?
That's Spain, and then over to the right is Morocco.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
So-
then I had it mixed up then.
Okay, so
well,
he was looking
alright.
at a rock. Okay.
Okay, well,
So we went through the Strait of Gibraltar. We were in the Mediterranean
You're such
Sea
a
now.
bully.
We went to one of the islands that contains this beautiful city of Chania, which is where we kind of went. That's where we made port. So we made port on one of the Greek islands known as Crete. Also the island of it's Suda Bay, but we went to the island of Crete, which is a Greek island. That was amazing. And then we went to Oman twice. We went to Duqm specifically, and we had a pier party. It was great. Yeah.
yeah, we also had beer on the pier right after come through X.
Have you met AO USMC Aaron?
I don't think USMCs have AOs.
They do.
Do they?
Yep. I have not met the AO USMC AA Ron, but I'm gonna tell you this right now.
He's a cool guy.
He's number 2. He's not number 1. He's number 2. So I did this first. He's probably more popular than me.
What made you push through, or what kept you pushing through deployment? Friends. Definitely friends.
Each other.
Yeah.
For Brant, it's Krabby Patties.
Yeah.
Okay, so for most of you that, well, you guys have never seen me before, but that's just because I met him in the Navy. But the one thing that kept me going throughout deployment was two things. One, even though you don't have internet, it's really good time to catch up on your gaming. Okay. Two, I also do creative writing. And
He's a rapper.
yeah. Yep. And that's what kept me
Who
going.
is that?
I don't know.
But also just
Who is Rap Boy?
I don't know.
It's funny. They can't see his comment, but it's funny.
I agree with that one. I agree with that one.
Shut up. All right. So, what was the last question? Oh boy. Oh, Brant, you're gonna hate this in a minute.
Oh, you see that last one?
I know.
Look at the last one.
Oh, it's Woods. Yo.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, definitely. All right. So,
what am I not gonna like now?
the question was, we'll come up to it. You'll know it. The question was, what was the dumbest stuff you got in trouble for in boot camp? The guy scrolling must have accidentally scrolled past it. Me, being alive, breathing, being an AO.
Being an AO probably is the biggest one for
Being
you.
there. Did a lot of stuff. I think one of the stupidest things I got in trouble for at boot camp was, it was like one of the very, very first nights. We were laying on our racks. We were hungry as all can be. When my buddy was like, "Oh, dude, I'm so hungry. My stomach is killing me." And I was like, "Hey, man, don't worry. I got you."
And he pulled out a brownie.
No. It's even worse than that, bro. Somebody snitched. I'll explain. He snitched on nothing. So I'm like, "Hey, bro, I got you." He's like, "You got it?" I'm like, "Yeah, man, I got food. What you want?" He's like, "What do you got?" I just started naming anything I could think of from the galley. I was like, "Shoot, I got." I got the Uncrustables, I got the full salad bar, I got all the dressings. I was like, I got the corn dogs. I was like, I got the chicken, the rice you have to like scrape off of the pan. I was like, I literally I named off like 30 foods, bro. I was like, I got cereal, I got milk. He's like, where you got all that? I was like, in my backpack. He goes, how can you fit it in there? I was like, duh, you want to do the one zipper, it expands. And then so we're all getting ready to like go to chow in the morning or whatever. We were going to training or something, and one of my RDCs yells me. She's like, "Ah, brr!" I'm like, "That's put it outside." She's like, "Shut up!" I was like, "All right." She's like, "Come on, black line." So now like I'm in front of her, I'm in front of Chief, and they're like, "What's going on right now?" I was like, "I don't know." And so our third RDC goes over there and grabs my backpack, and he just starts tearing it up, and I'm like, "What's going on right now?" And he's like, "What's he looking for?" I was like, "I don't know." My chief was like, "What's he looking for, bro?" I was like, "I don't know." Oh, I turned around. I was like, "Y'all ain't crap." I was like, "That's messed up." I was like, "It's a joke, bro. A full salad bar in my backpack. What are you smoking, bro?" I was like, "There's no way that was true." And I was like, "All right, chief. I'm gonna be honest with you." It's like, "Oh, I hope you would be." I was like, "All right, look. So what happened was." He was like, "Shut up." I was like, "All right, chief." He's like, "Wait till you get back." I was like, "All right, chief." He's like, "You better hope he ain't gonna find nothing in there." I was like, "He ain't, chief." He's like, "Shut up." I was like, "All right, chief." He looked at me, gave me like the little squidgy ball eye, or the eyeball, or whatever, like the little squinty eyeball. I was like, "Oh god." He's like, "Pop your rack open." I was like, "All right." I went to pop my rack open. They like broke the lock off my rack. I was like, does he still want me to open it, or? Popped open my rack. He's literally throwing all my stuff on the rack. I was the only person that had the rack tossed. He was, I'll tell you what, he was hunting, bro. He didn't find nothing. I came back and I wanted to be like, "You find anything?" Because I knew he's not gonna find nothing. That's what I got in trouble for. Somebody snitched on me. They didn't know crap. I was mad. What did you get in trouble for at boot camp?
I've never gotten in trouble. I was there, and I'm pretty sure nobody in my division knew I was there except
Probably
for
because
like
you fixed
two
your
people.
RDC's computer. All right, we got it. You're perfect.
Actually, yeah, I did. And, like, his Bluetooth speaker wasn't connecting because we were watching one of those training videos, and he was like, "Dial, you're an IT, come in here and fix this." I was like, "Okay, chief." And I was like, "Chief, you have to connect the Bluetooth." "I don't know how to do that."
Press that button.
Yeah, that's it.
Hold that button.
He's like, "Thank you, go away."
What did you get in trouble for? Oh boy, here we go.
I feel like this is gonna be a long one.
It's gonna be a good story. You can tell when he goes, well, let me see. Let me try it.
Which story?
Let me try that something.
All right, what'd you get in trouble for?
Well, probably the first and only thing I did get in trouble for in boot camp was for, believe it or not, laughing.
Sorry.
Stupid. So I'm sitting there, right? Because we're sitting here doing our dress whites inspection.
You laughed during a dress white inspection.
I did. And but
I'm sorry.
That's the funniest thing I've ever heard. You're just standing there at attention. This chick comes in and she inspects all of you, and she goes through it. She's like, hit ribbons. She comes up to you and you just go, and you just laugh at her face.
No. That's not how it went down. So
she comes up to him. She's like, seams. He's like, ribbon rack. She looks up, FFI. I'm sorry.
And
I'm sorry.
I did get in trouble for two things. Anyways, so I'm about to tell you this, and you can't tell me that you're not gonna laugh. You know, he's sitting there He's sitting there. My rackmate's standing at attention. And keep in mind, he is native Chinese. Okay, so he speaks Mandarin, but he also speaks English. Okay. So he's sitting there, and the RDC comes up and says, "What does a chief wear on the sleeve of his dress blue uniform?" And he goes, "Petty officer." A chief wears on the sleeve of his dress blue uniform, and he goes, "Oh, I saw it, petty officer." And I start dying because what made me die even more is that sometimes it's really hard not to laugh trying to keep your military bearing in boot camp, especially if it's something you'll get in trouble for.
I've said it in other videos.
Because they go up to this guy, this RDC goes up to this guy and says, "You better be careful. You're going to turn your dress whites into your dress browns." And I'm like,
I knew that was
really? Really? And the second time I got in trouble was because I don't know what I was thinking. I probably wasn't even in my right mind when I did this, but the night before battle stations, and I'm not going to say anything about battle stations for those of you who've never been, but the night before battle stations, we were, kind of messing around and everything. So then I thought it was the best idea ever, and it wasn't, to walk up.
And it wasn't. I like how he throws that in there.
Right?
To walk up to my RDC. Because we're sitting there having a good time. For the very first time ever, I saw him smile, so I thought he was in a good mood.
Oh, God. Well, he's probably just glad that you're finally leaving him alone.
Maybe, I don't know. But he smoked, and so he did a practice inspection for the dress whites before this happened. And he came up to me, he inspected me, and blah, blah, blah. I smelled cigarettes coming off of his breath. And I said, "Petty officer, I smell Marlboro Reds on your breath. FFI." And I got in trouble for that.
I guarantee he was laughing on the inside, though.
Yeah, probably. Probably.
All right, we were on this question for a minute.
Yeah, for real. All right. What was the last location you were on deployment?
Nope, candy corn is amazing. I told you someone would like it.
Okay, but that's Palco. He doesn't count.
Wow.
All right. So what was the last location you were on deployment? And
Dukem.
How long
did it take?
How long did it take to get back? So Dukem in like 3 weeks.
3 weeks.
I'm awfully.
If you are, 3 weeks. Did you deploy with Marines?
No.
That's LHDs.
LHDs.
Yeah. Cool.
All these comments are held for review. It's a good. It's a
Oh
good
wow,
thing.
that's a lot right there. Tell him to split some bars. Oh, split some
Okay,
bars.
so Brant, they want you to rap.
Are you serious?
Yeah, they do.
They want you to spit some bars, bro.
Oh man. All right, here we go.
I'll give you center stage.
All right, you want me to
while
give you a
going
beat?
This way.
No, you don't need to give me
Hey,
a beat.
everybody in the two pods.
Oh my God.
You don't want a beat? Let me
Oh, no,
you
it's
beatbox for him.
No, it's all right. How long should I do it for?
Just
Because I can either go from like a full minute and a half to like
Just-
just 30 seconds.
just wow them.
Okay.
Here. Come center stage.
All right. Here we go.
Street.
All right. So I'll do this one. For every letter I spit, I let it rip because the flow is wetter and it's always getting better. And you said you could take me down, but I find that hard to believe since I'm the one with the axe taking a swing at your family tree. So if you wanted to diss me, you could have at least flowed. In one line, I could have you in 3 roasts. I'll throw you to the East Coast while you're in your glee clothes and have you breathless so your speech chokes and turn you into a bistro. Yeah, you did make a mess. I gave some skill, but you didn't earn the rest. So in these new kicks, I'm wearing a 13. Inside my rhymes, you can always find that I'm kicking it like a Bruce Lee. So to step inside of my shoes to fill them's a huge feat. I'll plant your face inside the ground so hard it'll create a hole. It's like a crater hole to take a creative role inside your own burial. I won't load you into an El Camino when they drop you off in a desert like they did in Casino. I'll fly you up to the sky in a rocket ship and drop you like I dropped you off a cliff above the whole metropolis until you own apocalypse. Cause you're kind of the lack of a word master now, cause I'm taking over the whole social network that'll shut NASA down. And you ain't gotta ask why you work, so backslide your words. All you gotta know is that I'm back dying of thirst. So hold that cross to your chest when I'm baptized in the verse, so you better hold your breath when you pass by in a church. There you go.
A moment of silence, because he just killed it.
Oh my god.
All right, where are we at? Forgot where we're at. Tell them to spit some bars. All right, did this deployment kind of help at all in helping you guys determine whether y'all want to stay in the Navy or get out after you finish your contract?
Yes, it definitely gave me an idea of if I want to stay in or leave, and
I feel like your opinion is biased because of past experiences.
possibly, but I
I
think
feel like
that
you should
it is-
never judge your service off of just your first contract. I feel like
Correct.
You should at least do 2, which is why I'm really trying to
Watch
push you
me
to
do it,
2.
though.
I'm not doing 2, but I think that the deployment did change my opinion. Like I'm not
More positive?
I am more positive now about the Navy than I was prior to deployment. So it definitely changes your opinion. So if you didn't like the first couple years, wait until you do a deployment or wait until you get on your first ship. It definitely changes your mind.
Or your first shore duty.
Oh, I went on shore duty
Well,
already.
not everybody is going to go on shore duty.
Okay, so
I'm just saying vice versa as well.
don't give up after only having one side of the coin.
Because some people will just be handed, like, the worst thing ever. Like, look at me. I wasn't necessarily... Some people would say I was handed the worst thing ever, but I try not to look at it that way. Because I have nothing to judge this command off of or what have you. Like, there were certain things I wanted. I wanted squadron. I wanted overseas in Japan. You know, there's certain things I wanted. I didn't get any of that. Now, I wanted to go to the flight deck. I didn't get flight deck either. But I'm still in G1, which works with the flight deck. I might be doing something a little bit different than the flight deck, but it's not bad. I made the best out of it. And in fact, where I'm at now, I'm learning probably a lot more than if I would have gone squadron or wherever else. So you gotta look at positives. Because there's always gonna be negatives, so it's up to you to look at positives. I'm sorry, Per, I had to ask it. From Florida with love, Palco. Love you, Palco. My petty officer heard me making fun and mocking our chief and doing an impression of him, and then he made me get on the black line and do the impression in front of everyone and in front of our chief.
Nice.
I bet that went freaking well. Oh gosh, Chief is in
On your
here.
face!
Chief is in here, everybody. Chief, hello. She says, Aaron.
Your chief?
Chief Zorza. I don't think you know her because you don't really watch YouTube like that. Copeland says fire. Straight fire.
Oh my god.
Miss Thomas.
Thanks, Copeland.
Miss Thomas also said, "Hey."
Yeah, exactly. Thanks, bro.
So Adrian says, "Have you heard people with New York, Italian, American accents?" Yes.
Equal opportunity.
I don't even know what that
Interesting.
means.
They talk like this, mate. I'm
Oh.
just kidding. I don't talk like that. It's England.
Yeah, you see, you know, usually in the Navy, you'd see a lot of people that know a lot of different languages. Like, I figured out a language when I got to A school that I didn't even know existed. Apparently, it's this language called Tagalog.
Isn't that
And It's like
Game
a,
of Thrones language?
no, no. Apparently, it is an actual language, and it's like more of a slangy version of like, I don't even remember what language. I think it was like east of Puerto Rico or something. I don't know, but like it was just crazy to hear because, you know, like you don't hear that stuff on a daily basis.
Very true.
Like I heard one guy on the ship, Hangar Bay 3. He was like speaking native African, and I was like, wow, that sounds really interesting.
That's it. Wow. Y'all do me a favor for my boy Alex spitting them fire bars. Y'all just go drop a like right now. I appreciate it. Just drop a like. Drop a like for this man dropping some bars. Like, we just cannot ignore that right now. So we gotta do something. So the thumbs up. Let's go. Look, I'm gonna even do it. Look, I'm conceited. Let's go. All right.
I mean, I could do the beat.
You want me to do
This
it? All right. Enough of that. And Martha Stewart so happens to be my hero. All right. So
My
favorite.
middle name's Lance. My grandma's from France.
All right, guys. So favorite part about being on a ship. I got my first orders for shore duty. So favorite part about being on a ship.
Favorite part? Pulling in port.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. Traveling. You?
Favorite part about being on the ship?
Yep. Don't say getting off the ship.
No.
Yeah, I meant pulling into foreign ports, not
Yeah,
our own, not our home port.
Well, that one's good too.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Well, I think my favorite part about the ship was being able to like extrapolate it from a picture that I saw in boot camp, because one of my RDCs, or like one of my instructors or whatever, that was preparing us for the first test, she asked how many of us were going to be on carriers. We raised our hands, and she showed us a picture of the in and out and everything.
Okay, we're like,
But then when I finally got there, after I finally got there, I saw how big it actually was,
freaking huge.
and I was like, yeah, wow, the picture makes it look small. I get like, yeah, it's huge.
1,000
Yeah.
feet.
So I guess the first time getting on the ship was probably my favorite part, because I knew I was getting ready to do something that I had never done before.
Look at me, I'm a sailor. All right, that's pretty good.
You want a pistachio?
All right, so join the Navy Reserves. I'm super nervous but excited. Hopefully, I can get FTS. as well.
Counseling
Wish me luck.
shit.
Counseling. Oh my God. Shut up. Good luck
You
with that.
haven't even
though.
made it yet, counseling.
I thought FTS was completely different than reserves.
I don't know what FTS is.
Full-time support.
I don't know what FTS is.
Full-time support.
I don't know what that is though. I know what it stands for.
Play with your phone. Oh, all right. Both of you can answer this question. Hang on. This is the next question though.
Oh, no.
What did you guys put on your dream sheets?
What?
That's a good one. I put literally everything but Norfolk. And guess what? I'm in Norfolk.
I put Sandy and Florida. And
Because you know what the...
I don't know what I put after that. Oh, I
You know
put
what they
Georgia.
told me? They told me, like, my RDC pulled me in, and he said, well, it's kind of like the Pirates Code from Pirates of the Caribbean. It's like,
They're more like guidelines.
they're more
than
like
actual
guidelines.
rules.
Your dream sheet is a dream sheet. It's not like you actually picking anything.
It does feel like whatever you put in your dream sheet, it's like, all right, I don't want to go to any of these places.
Yeah, pretty much.
But I mean, it's to give them an idea. Like, it's always up to the needs of the Navy. They're gonna put you where they need you. So.
It always seems like no matter what you put on your dream sheet, they will always pick the last thing you write.
Not only that, but I was the only one in my division that actually chose a command on my dream sheet just to test it. And it was like my second one. It was this like little island that you couldn't even see on a map because it was so tiny, and it has a population of like 1,500 people, and I didn't even go there.
Diego Garcia.
Yeah.
It's a prison, bro.
Yeah, exactly. I even put that on it, and they still didn't send me.
You really put Diego Garcia?
No, yeah, I
It's
really
beautiful,
did.
but it's shark-infested water.
Yeah, exactly. I really just wanted to see if they would really send me, if they like it was actually a dream
They
sheet
ain't
or
sending you
anything.
there. No.
Yeah, exactly.
So just keep in mind, every A school, every place that does dream sheets, they do them completely different too. Like AO, like Pensacola, it's like East Coast, West Coast, overseas. That's it.
Oh, I did my dream sheet in boot camp.
Yeah, that's weird.
That is weird.
Okay, so how is packed? So that's a question for you boys.
It's
Get on camera.
it is what you make it. I know that's a very stereotypical like.
You could be any rate.
Yeah. So honestly, packed is sometimes a good option, sometimes not. If you have no idea what you want to do, I say wait until you do know what you want to do. But if you want to be a BM, it is actually better to choose Undes packed than it is to be BM right now, because the striking rate or the promotion rate is so low that I have a better chance of being a third class than some of my BM like SNs, which is very sad, and I hate that that's how the Navy is like that, because I believe that some of my BMSNs deserve to be third classes, and I don't deserve to be a third class faster than they do, especially if they've been.
I don't think it'd be faster because
It is faster because we get auto third if we resign.
Yeah, that's why they call us push buttons.
Yep.
yes, but then so at the end of the day you're gonna have more TIR, time and rate. Yes and no.
No, because one of my
They're
BMSNs
gonna give it
has
to you because
6
you're gonna be
years.
in longer, so they're gonna keep the person that's gonna stay longer.
Oh, yeah, I
They're gonna
guess.
hook them up. That's why it's done that way.
That makes sense, I guess.
So I guess for me being Undes, right? It was actually weird because I got Undes pretty much. I don't want to say by mistake, but everyone at MEPS told me like, hey, it's the only option, and I guess one positive from being Undes was I knew that I was going to have a shorter contract than everyone else. So if you decide to go for PAC because you don't know if you're going to like the Navy or not, and you're just testing it, then that might be a good way to go because you have a shorter contract than everyone else. Like me, mine's 3 years. I've already been here for 2. I'm out next June. And that's not including terminal leave, but so yeah, if you decide that you don't want to be in, you still have a shorter contract so you can get out. But another positive on that aspect is the push button, yeah. But
You can choose your rate.
that's basically it.
available.
But a negative on that is that if you want another rate, they're not going to allow you during work hours to go find out anything. So let's just say you work 12 on, 12 off. You have to use your personal time to go do everything. So that's why I never bothered learning anything else, because I already knew so much about AO, and it's really pretty much the only thing I knew. And I knew that if I just started learning something else that I would just get confused. So I just stuck with it, but I just chose not to re-enlist. They offered me automatic third for an extra 2 years and $30,000. And I did not take that. So yeah, plus there's pluses and minuses that you'll figure out along the way. But the biggest thing I could say is if you're just dipping your toe in, Undez is probably for you.
Yeah.
No. More or less. It's fair. I'm going V3. Ooh, good luck. Shut up.
Did you pass the test?
V3 or G3?
V3.
Oh.
Air Department.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Either YM or HM. Chief has been answering all these questions. YM has better advancement than HM. What's
Yes.
he meant?
Everything has better advancement than HM.
Laura, your channel is one of the reasons I decided to join. Love your videos, and you emailed me about the ASVAB practice, so thanks so much. That's awesome. She's making fun of me because I signed my life away for 5 years. Not very nice, Chief. What are the odds of getting a waiver for an RE4 or E4?
Probably E4.
Getting a waiver for E4?
A waiver?
Probably not.
What do you mean a waiver?
Getting a waiver for E4.
It's got to be an E4. I don't know what that means. A waiver for E4? I've never heard that
of
before.
that. No. Reenlistment code 4. I'm not sure what that is. Chief might be able to shed some light on that.
Yeah.
So I believe he's a lieutenant junior grade now. Sir, Bishop. We all gonna max out the planks. I'm gonna try.
I'll try. I know I can pass, but I don't know if I can max.
He's a naval officer in Guam. He's been following me for like a while.
Oh.
Like since like when I got out here to Virginia. It's been a minute. Hope all is doing well with you and the family, sir. Chief, what's the advancement rate for MA, if you know? I don't think she'll know, but she'll probably know how to find out.
Advancement
Or
rate
is
for
a
MA?
reenlistment code?
Yeah, reenlistment
For third, second, or first?
I ship out in September. Any tips for boot camp?
Dude, there's
Don't
so
know
many.
much
There's so
to
many
say.
tips. You haven't made a boot camp?
I have made so many boot camp videos. This kid that I met at the MWR, he was watching my boot camp videos while they were in quarantine, and his division got battle efficiency
Oh well.
from my videos. Like his RDCs told them not to listen to me. They mentioned me by name, then JT Suits, and then like Mickey MGTV, and then the rest of the Navy YouTubers. And they were like, "No, we're gonna listen to Aaron." They got battle-y because of me. At least that's what he says.
So watch his boot camp video.
I do.
So-
I have videos for like inspections, videos for.
So he says he
Everything.
ships out in September. Any thoughts?
Ooh.
Don't do it.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Don't go. There we go. Yeah, don't go.
No, it's
Go
not-
take a nap.
It's
Oh,
not.
I
that,
think that concludes. No, I'm kidding.
it's not that
Oh,
bad.
I think that. Well, thank you.
Just don't get my second RDC. She'll beat you senseless. Hey, Aaron, you helped me a while back get in contact with a recruiter. Believe it or not, I'm still in school, but I'm almost done. Hoping to ship out within the next couple of months. Glad to see you back. Absolutely. Chief Keith, it's been a minute. I'm glad you're doing well. So I'm talking about hoo-yah. Some of the Navy chiefs would say. God, it'd behoove me to never do that again.
Please.
Are you referring to active duty or reserves? So Chief is in here answering questions, and she's just killing it. All right, well, while she's answering questions, all right, boys, we're going to go to the movies. Let's go. Grab the keys. No, I'm just kidding.
I was gonna say.
We're going to wrap this up here pretty soon.
I think Chief is stealing all our questions.
Answer a couple more questions. Well, she knows a lot of specifics. I mean, she was in for like 30 years.
Well, she is a Chief, so I would hope she knows more than
Ooh.
3 threes.
I know a lot.
Who says I'm an E3?
I don't know a lot.
Me.
Oh, well, you're right.
I know.
You smell like chips. I like
Crazy. He was just eating.
They're very delicious.
Who would have thought?
I know.
He
I know.
broke the code.
I know. They're very delicious. It's great.
Oh, there's an update.
You want some pistachios?
No, I don't
Thank
want
you.
to.
I want some
I want some Mountain
pistachios.
Dew.
2 new bottles right there.
I can't wait to put this deployment video up, bro. I've been so tempted to just say screw it and just throw it up.
What was the latest news about them
My
doing it?
Divo is talking to our PAO
Uh-huh.
to see if the Admiral is allowed to do that or something.
Uh-huh.
Because we're just trying to make sure it's covered on both ends. And then my LCPO is talking to the media LCPO to see what we can do also. So I don't know. That's what I was told. So I'm just letting them do their thing. They can get back to me whenever. I'm not like in a super big rush, but I'm going in as an E3 and wondering how long it would take me to make rank. You will be eligible.
4 years.
No.
No,
I know.
definitely not.
I know. I'm just
I don't
messing.
remember what it is.
It's
E3 to E4.
6 months.
6 months,
You'll
but
be
you have
eligible.
to be rated.
It's 996, so you have to be rated and you'll be eligible to exam in 6 months. But there's no exam right now for E3. Or I'm sorry, E4 rather.
Yeah, they just stopped the test.
Yeah, I think they're bringing the tests back though. I don't know.
Maybe.
They screwed us over so bad, bro. They mapped so many people to AO3. Advancement was like it was like barely 1%. One person this cycle, one person in the entire Navy made it AO3
Wow.
off of eval.
That's pretty crazy.
Can you imagine getting like the highest EP like in your command, and you don't make it?
I couldn't imagine it because
I'd
am
be. Oh,
technically not able to go E4 for probably.
it's not true.
What do you mean not true? I'm undead. I have to strike
Oh,
before
for undes, yeah.
I
Okay.
have to strike before I.
Oh look, MA3 was at 51.5%, MA2 5.2, MA1 5.7. It's easier to make MA1 than it is MA2. It's crazy.
That's pretty crazy. But that kind of reminds me of how ITs, how second classes lead more than IT1s, because IT1s are in short supply than IT2s. So it would make sense that the same process.
What's the advancement for AO? AO1, I don't want to throw numbers out there.
Just look it up.
I don't want to look it up. I'm pretty
I'll
sure
look it up.
AO1 was like 7%, AO3 is like 1%, and I don't know what AO2 was.
I'm looking it
I'm
up.
pretty sure AO1 was like 7%. I don't know. It's easier. It was like easier to become a chief than it was to become a third class.
Yikes.
It's just like, what? Yikes! Oh my lord.
Okay. AO,
Didgeridoo.
AO. Okay.
Which is that percentage is going to change this cycle because a lot of people made AO2, so it'll go up a little bit.
For E4, you said?
Yeah, for E4.
For E4, it is 27%.
For this cycle?
Yes.
For this cycle, 27?
Yep.
Oh! 27.
Previous was 16.
No, but it dropped to 1.
Oh.
It dropped to 1.
The E5 is 18%. Previous was 16, and for E6 it is 7%. It was 16.
That's 7%.
Goodness.
18.
That
and
sounds
1%.
pretty cheap worthy.
Interesting question. So, what rates make rank quick?
OS.
Spec War,
Yeah.
OS. It's gonna be like all of your top secret stuff, like Nuke, CTR, CTI, anything in the CT community.
Engineering, reactor.
Engineering?
Reactor, yes. Not necessarily anything in engineering.
Yes.
Not every engineering job, no, dude.
Someone made first class in 4 years.
That doesn't mean anything. He could just be a really good,
Yeah.
first class now.
That's like you could
He
you could get
told me
mapped.
that his rate for.
But you're saying
rank was
overall,
very high.
not for just like one person,
Yeah.
but like overall, consistently, all the people in that rate are just
Yeah, it's
shot
like
up.
wide open. It's like really wide open.
like for AS this cycle. In order to make third class, all you really had to do was have like a decent eval, like MP, and take the test.
What's
that's
an AS
it.
again?
AS is like I forget what it stands for, but you basically like work with gasoline. It's like the shop to the right of the AIMD tunnel
Oh, yeah.
by the stairwell that leads to G4.
Mhm.
Yeah, Chief is there a link to look at the quotas? I know there is. Aaron, you should do more interviews with different rates. I've been working on it.
Yes.
I'm trying to do a lot of stuff. I'm trying to do a series where I'm challenging culinary specialists to like cook-offs and stuff. Just trying to figure out how I'm gonna like record that, but it's gonna be pretty cool. ASs, they have some saying. It's like our version of IOIUS. It's NOSWOGs, no air support without ground support, something like that. But yeah, I'm working on more interviews. Love all your videos. My son just graduated boot camp and has been in A school for MA. Your videos got me through boot camp. Thank you so much. Absolutely. Glad I was able to help you out. It's awesome. AS is Aviation Support Equipment. That's what it is.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Thank you all for your service. Thank you for allowing us to serve. Yeah, we're doing pretty good. Doing pretty good.
Good.
Look at your little Chinese.
Chinese? Oh, yeah. It says, it is very possible that you will achieve greatness in your lifetime.
In the Navy?
I hope so. I just hope I achieve greatness.
So are you gonna try one more time?
Try one more time, what?
Contract?
No.
Why not?
It's just not, it's not for me.
What if you stroke IT?
I honestly don't want to strike IT.
Why?
Because I feel like, there's...
You wouldn't have the freedom to do what you enjoy doing.
Well, yes and no. I feel like the Navy has very specific, like qualifications that you need to get, and I don't feel like it is all that I want to get, or even any that I want to get.
It's fair.
So I think it's better if I just go to college myself, which, by the way, I need to go to college anyway, so 2 birds, 1 stone. That way I can do what I want in college and get college out of the way.
True. Okay, so any tips on how I can be physically prepared for boot camp? Depends on what you're struggling with.
Honestly,
So-
you don't have to be.
You don't really, yeah.
You
I
can
would agree
go
with
in
that.
and you can be not athletic at all, and they will make sure that you are. Everyone comes out the same. Everyone goes in a little bit different, but everyone comes out the same. They can do the same, maybe not 100 push-ups, but you will be able to pass.
I was able
before
to
you
do,
get
I
out.
was able to do like 119 push-ups once I left boot camp.
Now when we did
But because I got
sit-ups,
beat every single day.
we did sit-up. Oh yeah, I got beat every day too.
Every day.
I did sit-ups better
It was
than anyone.
miserable, bro. I was
Push-ups,
beat
I
all
am not
day, every
good at.
day. All day,
I
every
remember one
day.
time I farted during that. During sit-ups.
Are all of your boot camp stories about you farting, or someone
Not
else
all of
farting?
them.
He didn't fart in the last story.
That's why I said or someone else.
If you suck at running, run. Do
Yeah.
sprints. If you suck at push-ups,
Do push-ups.
do push-ups. If you suck at planks, just do planks. There's this amazing app called Tabata.
What?
Tabata. Download it. Make it your best friend. It's really it. Like, I'm not like a fitness guru myself, so it's like I can't give specific advice. But I know from experience, from even trying to join the Marine Corps way back in 2015 to joining the Navy 3 years ago, that if you're not good at something,
Just do it.
practice it. It's crap advice, I know, I'm sorry, but it's true though. It is true. If you suck at something, just do it. Like running. I suck at running, but I try to run a lot. Are you planning on making this a career? I'm not sure just yet. I was, but I'm not entirely sure. I had some slippery little slopes, but I'm getting over them, so we'll see. I'm gonna at least give it one more shot. I'm sure next contract will definitely change my mind. But yeah. Alright. So I was surprised at how many people spoke about the air in Freedom Hall. Yeah, it's really crappy. It's not very well ventilated. You can't really breathe too much. All your videos touched on everything. I try my best to stick out from other YouTubers. I try to give that A1 steak sauce advice that people don't really give out. I try to include all that stuff that gets missed over that people need to know. I try not to give out like generic stuff in my videos that everybody else does. I try to think about, I would like to cover this. Somebody's already done a video on this, but what did they not put in their video? And that's what I do. So I put what you need to know. That's how I've always been. That's how I will always be. So, spell it one more time. I missed it. So T-A-B-A-T-A, and it should be like an orange circle with like a T in it or something like that. All right. So, got some laughing faces from Chief Zorza. She's laughing at me. I don't appreciate that, Chief. I don't appreciate it. And behind the slots, gave me a thumbs up. Thumbs up you. And then Kamani also spelled Tabata for you. It's fantastic. Alright, I'm gonna give myself the ability to speak English. That's all the American going out. And that was all the English going in. All right, fantastic, absolutely, yes. All right, thanks, guys. I really appreciate you and your advice. Absolutely, we've got you, Miss Thomas. Got you. I believe it's a Miss Thomas. I'm not sure. Don't judge. I don't know. Do you get seasick out in deployment?
Not on a carrier.
Not on a carrier. You do feel it for sure. All right, going back to American. So yeah, you get seasick, pulling out maybe, but once you get used to it, you get used to it. Like you'll be walking through the hangar bay, and you're like, I gotta go over there. Then you're like walking this way, and then you're like going this way, and you just get used to it. Like you get sea legs pretty quick. Like I remember when we went on our first underway, people in my shop were like throwing up. Drawers were like, it was insane. But you get used to it pretty quick.
And then I'm just standing here like this, just doing this.
All right.
Next question.
We're pretty much caught up.
Oh, good.
Well, that's all for today's video.
Nah, I'm gonna do like 5 more minutes probably.
Nope.
Get some more questions. Thanks,
Nope,
Chief.
you're not.
I will get one today. Absolutely. Can you wear a seasick patch? Absolutely. Should you send them if they get seasick? Yep. They also have Genamine or whatever it is.
You know, one person told me
in
that.
medical. What?
One person told me that Motrin was good for seasickness.
Was he an HM?
Huh?
Was they an HM? Was
No.
they? Wow, I can't
It's
English.
interesting.
No, AO2.
I personally wouldn't rely on medical for like a whole lot of things because I've been trying to go to medical for like a no shave chit for like the longest time, and they just absolutely refuse to give them out even when you need them. And I had an officer say, dude, you probably need to get laser, but I can't get a no shave chit. So from my personal experience, I wouldn't rely on medical, but they can help people out. So just be persistent and keep going and keep going and keep going, and they'll help you out. Some things will help you out first try. Some things is a process, like a no shave chit. Like I legit have an actual skin condition, and they were like, you don't need it. And I'm like, what? I bleed every time I shave, bro. And they're like, have you tried an electric razor? I'm like, I still break out. And they're like, do you bleed? I'm like, no. They're like, you still got like a lot of bumps? I was like, not as bad. They're like, sounds good. It's like, all right. It's like I hate you all, but it is what it is. You just gotta be persistent. They'll help you out. I'm surprised how many people have their wisdom teeth removed in boot camp.
Everyone.
A lot. Like these two, I didn't get removed,
I've never had them.
and they're perfect. And my medicals now on the ship, they're like, oh, we need to take those out. And I was just like, why? They're not impacted. They're going in straight. They're not going to affect my mouth at all. And they're like, because they're wisdom teeth. I'm like, so? It's like, if you were missing a finger, should we remove your entire arm? It's like, that's your logic right now. They're like, no, it's not. I'm like, all right. But yeah, it is what it is. How many times have you got lost on the ship?
It's good luck to get lost on your first ship.
It's a good thing to get lost in the ship. Good and bad, because you might end up in some places you're not supposed to be. But
That's how you learn how to navigate.
I've really only got lost in the 03. The
Yeah.
03 is like, sucks. But 03 literally goes from like the beginning of the ship to the after.
That's because on the
So-
03 there are way more places that you are technically not allowed to be.
It's very, very true also. But you'll know where you can and can't go. Like blue tile, blue curtains. You have like Master Chief country, officer country, flag country. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, Chief's mess. Can't go in Chief's mess. I can.
Hey.
I'm allowed in there.
There you
Yeah.
go.
So. A couple times maybe I got lost in the ship. They can't take a chance something may happen. Why didn't they take it out of boot camp, Chief? Why?
Take what out of boot camp?
My teeth. They're like, oh, these are fine. They're not impacted. And then she's like, well,
something might happen.
Something might
I
happen.
mean, I understand that logic,
But they would have taken it out of boot camp.
why didn't they?
Exactly.
I never had them. I will never have them, apparently. I don't know how wisdom teeth
They're like, yeah.
but-
They're like, come back and schedule an appointment on the when we go on the deployment. I was like, all right, I got you.
Not gonna do it.
Never went back. Never went back.
I need new glasses.
I have something to say, but I hope I'm not being rude. Oh boy.
Oh no. Is that Chief? Chief's
No,
good.
it's somebody behind the slots.
Oh. Slots.
That's why you learn bullseyes. Very true.
Yes.
Bullseyes
Very important.
are a godsend. So what is flag country?
Oh,
Flag country.
Admirals.
Yes and no.
What?
So flag country is for officers that can have a flag flown for them on the ship. So basically, the other branches of the military, their definition of flag country or flag mess would be generals. But the Navy's take on it is anybody that would have a flag flown. So for instance, you would think maybe like Admiral or maybe even Captain. It's actually Commander and above. Because if you look at most small boys and cruisers, the CO sometimes is even a Lieutenant Commander, which they don't even get the scrambled eggs on their bills of their covers. So it's anybody that has scrambled eggs and above. So it'd be like a Commander, which is 05. So 05 and above. That's flag country. Now, you can dabble if you want. I have dabbled. And there was like, I walked right by a commander and a lieutenant commander one day, and I went straight through the curtains, which have like a big, like one big star on them for like the Admiral, because that's his place. And I walked straight through, and they were like, "Did he just go in there?" And so I had like this lieutenant run up. He's like, "Hey, what are you doing in there?" And I was like, "I'm going somewhere." He's like, "All right," because there's regular spaces in there for the carrier strike group, but they're just located in there. So you're allowed to go in these places if you're going for official business. Just like the XO's P-Way or the CO's P-Way. You're allowed to go in those places, but it has to be for like official business. So, and if you're not there in official business, you're screwing around standby. But that doesn't really happen. Like they don't. I've had it happen one time where somebody stopped me and they're like, "Stop! What are you doing?" And I actually had a meeting with the executive officer of my ship for this YouTube video. I ran by my CMC, and I got pushed up to XO, then it was going to the CO, then the Admiral. So I had this like lieutenant commander come up to me, he's like, "What are you doing here?" He's like, "Are you supply?" I was like, "No, sir." He's like, "What are you doing in here? You can't be in here." I was like, "Sir, I can't be in here." He's like, "Why?" I was like, "I have a meeting with the XO." He's like, "Oh, carry on." I was like, no, I'm good. I'll come back. It's like, I gotta go change my pants. He's like, all right. So it was pretty funny. So they make it way too easy for people to get married so quickly. Yes and no. But
That's
yes.
just normal civilian life, though.
Yeah. I didn't have my wisdom teeth out in boot camp either. How dare you, Chief? But that was like forever ago. Oh my gosh! Like your boot camp was in Florida. You had rifles. Different Navy now. Holy cow!
Well,
But I would assume maybe the process would still be the same. Some things are still the same. I would just say that what I would say. Yeah. My son called to tell me he's getting his removed.
Yep.
No, don't make a crying face emoji. He should be the one doing that. It's really not that bad.
How do you know? You never did it.
I did get my wisdom teeth removed.
You just said you didn't.
No, not these two.
Oh.
Yeah, it was a nightmare though. It was scary. But I hate the dentist. Like my last civilian dentist, no one ever believes me when I say this, so I can't wait to see everybody's reaction. But my last civilian dentist before I joined the Navy, because it's been like years since I've gone to the dentist because I'm petrified. He caught my mouth on fire. So
What? What?
I've never been back to the dentist.
How?
So when I sat down in the chair and they're like, all right, and they're like pulling out all this stuff, literally, like, I was like 24 years old. I'm sitting there in the dentist chair and I just started crying. This lady's like, some lieutenant commander, she's like, "Are you okay?" I was like, "No!" I was like, "I want to go home." She's like, "All right, dude, it's like not that big of a deal." I was like, I was ugly,
no,
bro.
hold
I
on.
was ugly crying like
Wait,
a lot. I was
but how
heavy,
did-
like.
but- But
She
how
was
did
like,
they catch your mouth on fire?
It's a good question. You should ask them. I was sitting there. And he's doing something with my teeth, or whatever. I think I was getting like a root canal done on like, which is stupid. It was like one of his back teeth, which didn't need a root canal. But he's like,
Nice.
it's like doesn't need a root canal, but
Might as well just do
he's
one.
like, we'll just do it. I'm like, bro. So he's doing the root canal, and then so he like did the machine to like mix the paste, and when he like did the paste, you have to like heat it up.
Yeah.
You have like 2 metal things in there that are like clicking or whatever. I don't know what the heck happened. But I'm sitting there, and I just felt the rest of my mouth get really hot. He goes, oh, and I saw sparks go, like just fly on my. Like, I was a dragon, bro. And then he you know what he did? Swear to God, this is what he did.
He got water?
He freaked out. He's like, just like, here I am right here. He's like, oh! He comes over here, he grabs the rag, and he's like, to my mouth, bro. He starts smacking me with his freaking rag. And I'm just sitting there like, and I'm like, what happened? He's like, shh, don't talk. I'm like, oh! Just freaking out. He goes, he grabs his tools and he goes,
All right, back to work.
he goes, yeah, it looks fine. I was like, huh? He's smacking me with his rag, bro. He screamed, bro. And I'm just like, he's like, you alright? I was like, get me out of the chair. I was like, get me out of the chair now. He's like, no, he's like, we're almost done. I was like, nah, we are done. My mom's in like the waiting room to drive me home. She's like, how'd it go? I was like, tell her how it went, Greg. He's like, it was successful. I was like, it was successful. I was like, it was unsuccessful. He didn't get to finish the job. She's like, what job? I was like, killing me.
Oh gosh.
Oh, explaining that to my mom with like a numb freaking mouth in the car. She's like, what happened? So what happened was, bro, this freaking clown trying to kill me. Let me tell you something. All right. Oh, okay. Lord. So my son called to tell me he's getting married.
Yay!
Yeah, he's got that BIH, baby! Alright, so Reyes says, hello from Korea. Hello from the United States. How you doing? Thank you for joining in. So Chief says, same process. No, it's not. Yes, it is. Don't yell at me. Hey, bro, I'm your what? Oh, I'm next to your ship. I'm on the 75. That's what's up, bro. Hey!
Which room is
You
it?
need to move right now. The parking lot is too full.
Yeah, really.
I can't park my car.
2 carriers
You need
right
to
next
go.
to
You
each
need
other.
to go on the underway. It's a nightmare. All right.
Go to 13. Oh wait, there is no 13.
So my call to say he's getting married. Oh man, he doesn't sound happy about that. So how sad. Thanks for the laughs and the amazing videos. Stay safe, you too. Thank you for joining. Kamani says pause. I don't remember what for, but oh gosh. So behind the scenes says no, laugh out loud. They're all like talking about my dentist story.
Oh yeah.
So Milo, don't recall the name, maybe new. Please God protect the sexy man during his deployment. Amen. Talking about me?
Probably.
Someone else? I don't know.
How was your car?
Thank you.
He wrecked it the other day.
Yeah, it like it went straight into the water. It was bad. The CO was like, bring him up here right now. No, I'm just kidding. It's alright. It needs a little bit of work. Engine lights on. It's dirty. It's dirty.
Engine
Very
lights
dirty.
on.
Yeah.
I'll take a look at it.
Alright, as you know, we are getting deployed pretty soon. Any advice? If you've never been, bring anything and everything you think that you need. Like if you like a certain soap, bring a lot of it. Bring a lot of brown shirts, a lot of underwear, a lot of socks, a lot of socks, a lot of socks, a lot of socks.
When he says bring a lot of it, and he's talking like soap wise, shampoo, like for example,
2-3
you know,
things.
bring 2. Excuse me. Bring like 2. Because if you bring like 7,
No, you don't need that much.
it's just gonna be sitting in your locker for the entire deployment. Like
I have
max
an
2.
entire hygiene drawer, like an entire hygiene drawer.
It's a little extra, but
Barry says I hate it here. Well, maybe we'll hang out when you get back. Be in the yards.
he's still here.
Well, he's still here.
We
yeah.
can hang out with him now.
I don't know. You know how to message me. You have my Instagram and Snapchat. As you know, we are getting deployed pretty soon. Any advice? Yeah, man, just Bring your entertainment stuff. Get a binder with the plastic sleeves.
Everything
Protect
you
all
think
your
you
documents.
Everything you think you don't need,
Bring
you
it.
need.
Yeah.
Oh,
bring
and when
bring
he said,
chocolate.
If you ever go into the bathroom and you see like multiple rolls of toilet paper, snag one and keep that in your pocket.
binder with a
That's
binder
A1 advice right there.
with plastic sleeves.
But not for CDs, for like
Games.
work
Qualifications.
or works.
Games.
For your quals and stuff.
Oh, bring a hard drive.
Hard drive.
Always bring a hard drive.
What else?
Because there are some people with great MP4s that you will definitely want.
Get a Switch or something, get some games.
Download all
A
of
laptop
your music.
with a hard drive. You get movies and stuff. Go down to media and oh crap.
Do
have,
not
have one
rely
have one of the
on
media guys help you out.
Do not rely on Spotify. It will go out after 30 days.
Screen record all your music.
I wouldn't go that far. That's,
A lot of people do
That's a
that.
lot of
Yeah.
space on your storage, and it's more space than it is if it's an actual audio.
Oh, depending on
Well,
what
it's
phone.
only gonna last 30 days.
So depending on what phone you have, like if your Spotify music will go out, Apple Music will go out. Here's what I recommend.
Pandora will go out,
Pandora will also go out. Like all these services will go out.
which I thought was a bracelet.
There's third-party apps. One is called.
Mayhaps.
I have it on my phone.
VLC. VLC is a good
Yeah,
app for
VLC is
videos
one-
and music.
Let me do this. All right.
There we go.
Audio Mac. Sorry about that. Audio Mac is a good app. You won't be able to get all the music you want, but like it doesn't take up much space. You can download like a crap load of music. It's just like if you want like Drake, it might not have everything by Drake on there, but go through and download, and it's simple fix for all your music. Bring a speaker for the gym, stuff like that. Bring headphones so you can jam out in the gym.
Bring wired headphones.
Wired headphones. Like I have it's in my car. My mom sent me these Beats. The right out there. They're wired. They just go like this. That's it. And they're Bluetooth. Like get some of that. They have them at the Next here. But yeah.
For like $80.
No, they're like,
No, what I
they're
meant
like
was
50. They're
get,
50.
get Bluetooth headphones and then get wired headphones because sometimes you can't use Bluetooth on shit.
Oh, very true. Well, when you can't use your Bluetooth headphones,
Then
Dang.
you use your wired ones.
no, because then you gotta like shut off your devices anyways.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
So, I mean, you're gonna get wired headphones, use them for your laptop or whatever you got going on. So, I would do that. Yeah, that's about it. Do a couple more questions, and I think we're gonna close out. So, like, we can eat and maybe watch a movie and chill out and do things we can't do on camera. No, I'm just kidding. Stop it.
What?
I felt that.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to kick you.
It's okay.
Yes, I did.
So, yeah. Faux shizzle.
That's a bad word.
Faux shizzle? It's not a bad word.
Oh.
Oh, I forgot. I'm supposed to be giving somebody a tour of my ship tonight. Ooh. Well, she hasn't messaged me either. Gotta wait for her. Maybe she has messaged me.
Ow. Okay. I don't know how to do that.
Yeah, she hasn't messaged me. I'm only gonna go if she messages me. But there's that. All right. So, any more questions we got? Boot camp, deployment experiences.
What movie we're gonna watch?
Stop it. Everybody's like kind of tuning out, so it's like we got some stories in. We got some extra stuff. Somebody just said, "Yeah, this is your new girlfriend."
Oh,
I don't think the girl that I'm talking to right now very much appreciate that.
maybe it is that girl.
Maybe it is.
You know?
Do a ship tour. So I'm working on that, but I don't know how it's going to work going to the public. So I'm
Yeah.
working on a video with my executive officer, at least for him, and it's gonna include like everything you need for underways, like the full shebang. Like if you're coming to my command, like you're gonna possibly be seeing me. Like your sponsor is gonna send you a link to the website for the ship, and then boom, my video is gonna pop up and be like, "Hey guys, what up? It's AOA and Pereira, whatever. I'm gonna prepare you for this, that, and the other, and I want to be the first to say welcome aboard on behalf of the commanding officer, executive officer, and command master chief of USS Dwight D. Eisenhower, blah 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 blah, whatever. And then it'll include like a virtual tour. It'll show you like what to do as soon as you like get in Virginia and you get off the plane, it's going to show you exactly like what to do, how to get here, and how to check in. It's going to be pretty sweet. And I'm working on that with my one of the senior chiefs that is in charge of the sponsorship program, and it's kind of being like not supervised, but I don't know how to explain it. Media's kind of, I have the senior chief, the LCPO of media he's like advising, I guess. He's gonna like advise where and when I need it. So that'd be pretty cool. That's kind of, from my understanding, what EXO said. So that'd be pretty cool. I'm looking forward to doing some stuff for my ship now to like give back to them instead of just doing stuff for me. It's gonna be pretty cool. So maybe I can do a ship tour at some point. I'm not sure exactly how I would do it, because I can't show certain spaces and I can't show bullseyes, and there's certain things I can't really talk about, like reactor spaces, and because you got to think about it. For instance, anytime you see like a bullseye, that's a blueprint of the ship. So anytime that goes out, any enemy countries or anyone that's seeking to do potential harm to us, we're like handing over weaknesses, essentially blueprints to the ship. Like, oh, if we attack this space or around this part of the ship, this could happen, or this it'll do that. Like, it's no go. So doing a tour of the ship would be very, very challenging, and it would be a nightmare for my public affairs officer, I'm sure. So I don't know, but it's a good idea. I'll have to look into it. I have some good ideas planned. So I'm gonna be doing some spec war videos, cooking videos with the CSs, some good stuff. I'm planning on doing like a reality show, and I'm doing some other stuff here pretty soon. I've been working on it, putting it off, but my vlog channel should be starting up next year, hopefully. We'll see, because I'll be going to Hawaii. Also doing a wedding there and giving a speech as the best man, so I'll make it into a form of a vlog, but that'll kind of kick things off for my new channel. So it'll be pretty cool. I'm excited about it. Have you seen Black Widow? I have not.
Yes.
Is it good?
Oh my gosh, it's not what you expect. So if you know anything about Black Widow and how she was trained in the Red Room, it doesn't show like her actually training. It's not an origin story. It's more like a
Canon.
It's like after the events of the Avengers kind of breaking up a little bit. So it's not her origin story as much as we thought it would be. But
So
I thought it was a good movie though.
it's gonna be like after Civil War.
Yes.
Interesting. Oh my gosh. Do you like slim women or thick women? I love everyone. Love from London. I appreciate it. Thank you. That's awesome.
Ooh, London.
Man, we got a lot of countries.
Korea,
in here.
London.
Korea,
What else
London.
did we have?
I think Pakistan. No,
Yeah, I think so.
Pakistan was in there. I don't remember. I'm going tomorrow. Ooh,
Taboo?
Chief, go treat yourself, girl.
Oh.
How long is the deployment video? With the ending credits and the shout outs to like all the higher up commanding officers and the Admiral, and like my command message at the end, I think it's a total of 8 minutes, but just the video itself is like maybe 6. Around 6 minutes. It's a pretty good video. I show a lot of stuff, and I essentially give a tour. Kind of. I show you what there is to do on board. Like, we have a Starbucks on board. We have like we have all this stuff that you guys wouldn't think. We have stores, like actual stores. We have like 4 gyms. Like, it's a lot. There's a lot to do on the ship. So it's like when you join the Navy and you ask your recruiter, "What is there to do on the ship? Is there Wi-Fi?" He's like, "No." And you're like, "Well, that sucks." And you're like, "Well, what is there to do on the ship?" He's like, Like, recruiters can't ever freaking explain it. So I did a video showing you what there is to do on the ship. The MWR. MWR will save your life.
And I didn't go there the entire deployment.
I didn't go there either. I mean, there's certain events that I did. Like, I did tie-dye shirts, and man, there were so many video game contests that they did.
Yep.
You could rent out PlayStations and Xboxes. Like, they'll just, all right, here's a PS5. You're like, all right, you go hook it up and play for a couple hours, keep it overnight or whatever, and when you want to bring it back, bring it back. Go get games, movies. They got all kinds of stuff, man. It's insane. When do you get out of the Navy? When you get out of the Navy, you go to Kenya. Small waists and big astral bums. Oh Lord. It's talking about women.
Yeah.
Gosh. All right, maybe. I'm not really in the market for looking for a woman. I'm kind of found one right now, so I'm gonna see how things work out with her, but I appreciate the offer. I found your channel by researching info about the Navy. That's awesome. You have the best channel and are so helpful. Thank you. Absolutely, I appreciate it, Milo. Thank you so much. It means a lot. See that?
Yeah.
We number one. He was
Well,
number one.
You number one.
No, I'm definitely. There's people that are better than me for sure, but I try to be the best I can. It's like all the stuff I would have liked to know joining the Navy.
Yeah, I feel that.
So I'm trying to save people some heartache and some upsetting times. So yeah, I'm gonna cut this off in 10 minutes for sure, because that'll be 2 hours. That's like an hour past what I said I wanted to do.
Holy cow, we already went 2 hours?
Yeah. We haven't even eaten.
I ate right in front of you too.
Oh, you have.
Did you want to go eat across the street?
Honestly, I'd be fine with going to Wawa and getting something.
Hey, did we grab spoons for the ice cream?
Yes, it's in the same bag as the cups. Were.
Pop smoke? I don't know what that means.
I don't either, but it's probably about
Oh.
Popeye. Yeah, I want that ice
That's
cream
funny.
too, actually. You
All
want
right.
yours?
Do what?
You want your ice cream?
I don't know. I'm debating.
Do I want my ice cream? I haven't even eaten yet, bro.
Oh yeah, that's good. You what?
You can bring it to me. I don't. It's whatever.
Oh yeah.
Just
haven't
bring-
eaten though.
Two,
Oh, that's not right.
Well, I'm hungry. I want something in my stomach. Oh no! I didn't put in my password. I need you guys to help me out with something.
With what?
I need y'all's help. Not y'all.
Oh.
The viewers. I need y'all's help with supporting this amazing little girl.
You
And
broke the third wall.
I'm gonna you broke the third wall. I'm gonna try and share something with you guys. I would really appreciate any support, any help I could get. Oh my word, bro. Uh-oh.
Right. That's it.
Oh.
I've had it.
It's right here. I'm just trying to.
Holy crap, this thing is hard to open.
Well, then be better at opening things.
You know what? I want to ask your followers, what is the best ice cream? What's your opinions?
Oh, that's like asking who's the best avatar. It's just gonna start a feud.
It's gonna start a
good
feud.
point. That's a good point. Never mind.
I really,
Belay that.
I really need your help with this.
Belay my
It
last.
would mean a lot.
Oh my goodness. There we go.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Hot.
That's not it.
What are you looking for?
I'm trying to find this thing to share with these people, these amazing people.
Oh,
We only got 2 people in here, but that's more than enough.
Ozugu?
oh, spoons. Okay.
Aaron, do you have Twitter?
No. Everybody's telling me that I should jump on the TikTok train.
Ooh, I don't know about that.
I'm on the TikTok train.
I don't really care for TikTok, to be honest. I don't understand it.
Nothing will ever replace Vine.
So there's this amazing little girl, you guys, who is trying to reach her goal. She's doing like a little fundraiser thing, and it would really mean a lot if you guys could like help support her, like with anything you could possibly get. It would mean a lot. I'm gonna share this link with you guys. Please just go look. She's selling like premium popcorn, but just do me a favor. I sent the link right there. Please just go check it out. Just help her out. She's like literally almost to her goal, so literally like anything you guys can do will help out. I really appreciate it. So
Go ahead and say literally one more time.
literally.
Now just say literally riddle me.
Literally riddle me.
It would make
Yes.
all of our day.
Literally riddle me. Okay, so it would really make her day. I would really appreciate it. But yeah, just any help is greatly appreciated. So just take a look whenever you guys can. Appreciate it. Help her reach her goal. Thank you. Appreciate
No, that's mine.
it. Okay, well, where's mine, bro?
You said you didn't want
I'm
it.
gonna take a sip of yours. You took a sip of mine earlier.
What?
I want it. Go get it.
Please.
Please. I
Yeah.
said please. Look at me. Oh, Lou says I'm unemployed. That's all right.
Which one was
It's okay.
yours? Oh, the fun one?
Yeah, butter pecan.
You don't get a spoon.
Oh, I should probably eat this off camera because if she sees me eating ice cream, she's gonna kill me.
Chief?
No.
Ooh.
Brianna.
Oh, well, there's the
Yes!
ice cream right there.
Stop it!
And here's your spoon.
Just put it in my mouth.
Here, let's get that in the frame. Woo!
Stop it. You and your cookies and cream. At least mine's nuts. It's like healthy.
Cookies and cream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
See,
whoa, hold on.
I
It's
appreciate
cookie
it.
dough.
Thank you so much, Blue. I can't say the last name.
thing is
Keezy.
about the Navy is that
Keezy. Keezy.
Oh.
sometimes when you're in the Navy, you just find family.
All right. So
I really do.
Dustin is cool. Oh, I definitely know this name. I think I've seen you before too. Hey, Aaron, currently in Oceania for school, and then I'm getting stationed overseas. Got any tips for a brand new airman on deployment? Boy, do I. It sounded so bad. Boys, what would you say? What's the advice for a brand new airman to deployment?
I'm not an airman, so I don't know. I don't really know what
You're a
airmen
seaman,
do.
it's the same crap. We literally just do a same job as you, but on the aviation side.
So I don't know anything about it.
How is your job as an E3?
Oh, easy. Very easy. It's stressful sometimes, but it is easy.
Wow, bro.
Wow, that just went everywhere, huh?
Yeah, dude.
Drink it.
I'm gonna try. Dang it. Sucks. Man, look at me preparing for the PRT. Crap, man. E5 and below. We run the Navy, essentially.
Whoa.
Hang on, let me explain. We're the ones that get the mission done.
Run that shit.
Hey,
Oh, my bad.
Chief is getting really mad on the other side. I can
no,
just tell.
so there's different aspects of running the Navy. Just like there's different levels of leadership. So as far as the work getting done, it's your E5 and below. Sometimes your first classes, but the QA things, the quality assurance as we call it, which you should know a little bit about. But for people that are not quite in yet, that don't know what QA means, that's why I'm gonna explain some things. They like E6 and above, at least going up to chief, maybe senior chief as well. I would say their role of running the Navy is ensuring the job is
Done.
done
In a timely manner.
done in a timely manner, and done correctly.
Yes.
So that's leadership's job. And master chiefs and whatnot, that would be like your DLCPOs and whatnot, and
Which are sometimes chiefs. I mean, senior chiefs.
senior chiefs. That's what I was thinking too. But their job is more of running a department, managing a department, and they're like the aide to your HOD, your head of department, and they're also considered a HOD as well, your DLCPO. It's gonna be delicious.
Yeah, you have
So-
a HOD, an assistant HOD, and then you have GLCPO.
But everybody has different jobs. So our job as lower enlisted, basically to do the work, do the maintenance. That's it. Because if you go and you look at what's the rate, ABH, whatever. You look at ABHs. Who are the ones that are directing the aircraft to like where to move?
Probably.
You know, the handlers, the aircraft handlers.
Third or
So the
second.
director's like a third class, maybe sometimes a second class, sometimes an airman. People that are walking around with the tires, with the chocks or whatever. E4 and below. You're not going to have a chief necessarily. It can happen. You're not going to have a chief walking beside this aircraft. It doesn't happen. It's not a chief's job. It's not a chief's role. It's not a first class's job. It's not a first class's role.
Because they have more important things to do.
So
Like,
you're the workforce. We get the job done. So without us, like the upper leadership, there's no point essentially. And without them managing and saying, hey, we need this to get done, this to get done, this to get done, our job is kind of pointless too, because we're not going to know what to do because we're so junior. But that's really it. Workforce, we get it done. Whatever your job is. I would though. I'm not sure what that means. About donating. I appreciate it. Do you guys believe in reincarnation in the next life?
I do.
He does.
I don't know.
I don't.
I don't think so. It'd be an interesting concept, but I don't.
I really do.
That's an interesting question.
Yeah, I've heard us airmen do everything, laughing my butt off. No QA allowed. Yeah. Also, real quick, AD is the best rate in the Navy. Just want to make that clear. You're entitled to your wrong opinions. I can't stop you. How's the IT rate?
Amazing.
I'm gonna shoot over for you.
I thought it was fun. School was very easy, at least the first part. The first part is just basic parts of the computer and what they do and stuff like that. And then the second half is more communications, specifically Navy communications, antennas and stuff like that. It's fun, in my opinion. I loved it. And then, yeah, that was you just learning technology and stuff like that.
That'd be a good question. Like, what's the weirdest thing you've seen in the Navy?
The weirdest thing I've
Or like
ever
the
seen?
grossest thing you've seen?
The
Like,
grossest thing?
That'd be like a good
A
question.
muffin that had been dropped on the ground for at least a month. Kind of like the cheese touch, but we had it for a muffin.
Gross.
Oh, it was disgusting.
I don't think I can say that the grossest thing I've seen.
That's probably for the best.
Yeah. Ah! Keep moving the laptop.
You see some gross things though that you just can't unsee.
And just if you walk into any head, that's about it. Some of those are pretty gross.
Your life is ruined.
So Lou says, what would you be reincarnated as?
Me?
A tree.
She might mean that for everyone though. More specifically you, but
Oh, well, me personally, what I believe is that. See, the reason. Here, I'll even get in the frame for this.
Oh, God.
Oh, he's serious
Oh,
now.
shoot. And he grabbed the Mountain Dew. It's on. Look at my eyes.
No, it's
So,
not.
the only reason I believe in this is because of two reasons. One, there have been lots of cases dictating that reincarnation is real, and a lot of people, either in or out of hypnosis, can remember most of their past lives. And for me, this goes into a personal experience because I actually had a dream about coming into this life.
He's a tree.
And it was the craziest thing ever. So this dream, I was just
It's really good.
walking along
Really good.
this path of basically nothing,
Excuse me.
and somebody showed up out of nowhere and just showed me the whole solar system and said, "Hey, you see that one right there? That's where you're going." And then before I knew it, I woke up. So I believe that not only have we been living different lives on the same planet, but sometimes you could get reincarnated off of a different planet. So honestly, it just all depends, but yeah, just different people, different species and everything.
You just took me to like a whole other dimension right now.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what it is. Because,
You're taking DMT?
no. Because apparently, what happens is that when you pass and you go on and you go back out into the universe, you go back and you take a second look at the life you just lived, and then you rebuild your next life. Because the soul is meant to embody knowledge through
so
being
deep,
in
right?
a
It's
vessel,
getting so deep.
through being in a vessel that lives a life that's always different from the other.
Are you related to Jim Carrey by any chance?
Shut up! I'm leaving. Bye.
As he
What
walked,
was Jim Carrey's mentor's name? He was, in my opinion, a better actor.
Jim Carrey believes
I don't know.
aliens came to the earth and implanted us as seeds in the ground.
Okay. I can totally get behind that.
Hey, he's on to something! Wait, what are you smoking? Were you at Command Suite?
Yes.
Alright.
I also do urinalysis like every other week
So,
for whatever reason.
is it really up or you're out as an officer?
What?
I don't know what that means. More so for Chief. Oh, it's really a question for Chief.
Oh.
Okay, Brant, here's a question for you.
Okay.
Back in the frame you go. Are steel beaches really as cool as everyone says they are? Shut up.
Are steel beaches as cool as everyone says they are?
Heck yeah!
No.
No.
Oh my god.
You okay? Let me tell you something.
Oh,
Let me
God.
tell you something.
I think you need to give him the chair so he gets perfectly in frame.
All right, you just better. You just. Tag.
Oh shoot. Showtime.
Ooh.
Oh, the chair.
Ooh. Oh, you kept it warm for me. Oh yeah.
I got you, Poppy. Just right here.
Okay, so
What was the
steel
question?
beaches.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
yeah. I got
Yeah, steel beaches. It could go either way, honestly. For me, they were not fun because everyone goes up there. There's an insanely long line that almost
Everything for 2 beers.
that almost go clearly across the flight deck, and you're sitting there. Most of the time, if you're not one of the very first people that show up an hour early for their 2 beers, then more than likely, you're gonna get a sunburn just standing in line. And you better be careful with those sunburns because,
regardless.
Yeah.
and you better be careful with those sunburns and like everything else because if you get sunburnt too badly, that's actually against the UCMJ.
What?
Yeah.
Damage to government property.
Yep.
You can get a counseling chip.
So,
I'd be
sun.
like, really?
So yeah, sunburn. So maybe for deployment, bring aloe vera. Maybe I don't know. But they try to make it as best as they can. There's volleyball, there's soccer, there's basketball, there's all these activities. Sometimes they'll even bring on, ship talent to like play some music or something. Like there's a few people on our ship that DJ, that were DJing in Dukem and everything.
Can you imagine?
I started a band with one of them. I've been posting.
Can you imagine soccer on the flight deck? Kick,
There's a-
splash.
There's a golden rule.
That's
If
what
you
happened.
If you kick the ball off the ship, the golden rule is you have to jump off the flight deck and go and get it.
Oh no!
I'm
Don't
just
do
saying,
that!
don't do that.
Don't do that.
Don't do
It's a
that.
joke.
Anyways,
Make it clear, because there's always that one person that's like, all right.
Yeah.
Don't be that
but
guy.
yeah, steel beaches. Honestly, based off of who you are, they could go either way. I didn't like them. Direct sunlight, it's very hot, especially if you're in the Middle East like we were.
People.
The people, beer, soccer,
A good
and
time.
everything. Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
Oh, I just hate it all. No, but seriously. No, but yeah, basically, depending on who you are, they could go either way. Like, you may not like it, but I, might or whatever, Like, everyone's gonna have a different opinion. So it's just one of those things that you're just gonna have to experience for yourself to form a real opinion. What is a steel beach? A steel beach is when you're out at sea.
It's a trap.
It's a trap.
No, the contract's a trap. No.
Okay, Steel Beach.
Okay, yeah. A steel beach is
What in the world?
a steel beach is you are out to sea for 45 consecutive days with no ports, and based off of that, they will bring everybody up to the flight deck for a steel beach. So they'll issue you 2 opened beers, and
That way you don't save them.
yeah, exactly. So you only get 2, and they're already open. And then you have people all around you asking, "Hey, do you want that beer? Hey, do you want that beer? Yes, I want that beer.
That's why I
I've been
got
out the
it."
same time you have." Okay, so you got to be very protective of your beer. But yeah, a steel beach is just like an extracurricular activity for to an attempt to boost the morale of the crew, just so they don't just get mind-numbingly just out of it, because they always say, you know, hey, your mind needs to be here. It doesn't need to be home. It doesn't need to, yeah. So a steel beach is like pretty much to get you in a better mindset for the workday of tomorrow, because you never know if you're going to hit another port or if you're going to be out at sea longer. So that's what a steel beach is. It's just fun activities with beer on flight deck.
Talking about command suite.
Oh
I'm
gosh,
kidding.
those lines were terrible.
How many steel beaches did you get?
Only on first deployment. Second deployment, we didn't get any.
Yeah, I know. We didn't get any steel beaches second deployment, but I was on the first deployment. I was on Iron Ike. So Iron Ike was it was a record-breaking number of days out at sea straight.
206.
Yeah, 206 days. So we got, I think I got five or six steel beaches.
That's awful.
Yeah, so it was the whole deployment. You know, we did not hit any ports, so we had like 5 or 6 steel beaches.
To put it into perspective, these guys left. They left on deployment. They left the world, the regular world as we know it. While these guys are gone, boom, I guess the T-virus got leaked out in Wuhan, and
Rona
is everywhere.
Yeah.
So these guys come back, and it's like, everything is closed. Everything is quarantined. And they're just like, what happened? So it's like, they're coming back to like a completely different universe.
It's two COVID. Throw them off the flight deck.
So it was like shell shock. So it was horrible. And now we're coming back to like a regular world.
Yeah, slowly but surely. But yeah, that's what a steel beach is, and I had about like 6 or 7 of those. So it's just beer and extracurricular activities. You know, they'll have music, they'll have sports and everything. And mainly everyone's just there for the beer. Sometimes you'll even see people that just go up there, slam the beer, and then just go back down to the berthing. I saw like 10 people do that.
That's what I would have done.
Yeah, like I saw like 10 people do that. They were like, I don't care. I just want to get a little bit of a buzz, play my game, and go to bed. And I'm like, okay, fair. I was like, fair. But yeah, that's just how it was. And feel free to ask any more questions, but I'm going to turn it over. I'm going to tag team. Yeah.
Baton pass.
Yeah, about time.
Oh wow.
Just kidding. I was kidding.
No, you weren't.
Right here.
Shut up.
All right. So, glad you enjoyed it. What kind of certifications did you get from IT? And what can you do with that after your contract ends?
From IT.
Yeah.
So all I did was A school. They basically only give you A+. After that, you have to do it all like actual, like real training after that. I didn't go to C school. I only went to A school, so I don't know what's in C school. And then I switched over to Undes after that. So I only have, well, from the Navy, I only have A+. I currently have CCNA, Net Plus, and Sec Plus, as well as A+. But from the Navy, I've only gotten A+, which is basic. Hey, this is what this is in the computer. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I keep doing that. So, Aaron, have you ever had someone new to the Navy come up to you and say, I've watched your videos and thank you in person? Yes. About 60 times this deployment. And not in the Navy. Twice in Greece. Twice in Greece. It's happened when I got here in Virginia. I've literally gotten like free meals, which I'm like, hey man, I can't accept this no. Like, oh, like I have to. I'm like, well, if I was in uniform, this would definitely be a no. So, but yeah, definitely. Like I've had like 50 or 60 people. One person, I was eating chow in the chow hall, filled with people, This kid comes up. He goes, sits down with me. Just eating. He looks at me, he goes, where do I know you from? I was like, have I seen you around? He goes, no. Like, I know you. I'm like, I don't know. And like at this point, I don't want to say it because it's become so routine where someone's like, where have I seen you before? I will just say, you watch YouTube? And then it clicks. They're like, oh! So I try to refrain from saying that, but like, he's like, I'm positive I know you. I'm positive I know you. So I was like, I mean, do you watch YouTube? And this kid would, oh snap! And he like got up and he's like, you're the dude. He's like, oh, what's your name? What's your name? I was like, Aaron. He's like, you're Ron. He's like screaming in the mess decks. He's like, you're famous. You're famous. So I like look over. There's this like gorgeous girl. She's like a first class. She like looks at me and I'm like looking at her like, what do I do? And she's like, apparently you're famous. So I was like, apparently. It's like apparently. And she's like, oh. And the kid was like, oh, I'll be right back. And he literally ran away. And I'm like, I looked at her and she looks at me and I'm like, apparently he'll be right back. He came with like 12 dudes from his shop. They like all swarmed me. And I have like 12 people just like, just freaking out. And I'm just like, I finished my food. I was like, y'all have a good one. And they're like, say it. I was like, no, say it. Hey guys, what up? It's your boy Aaron. They're like, they're like all freaking out in the mess decks. I'm like, you're the guy. I was like, I'm a guy. It's like, it's not really that big of a deal. They're like, it is. So I was like, it's not.
Like those old Spy Kids movies. It's the guy.
Bro, it's like, it's insane.
Dies
Like the entire mess decks. There was one time, bro, I had the mess deck attendants.
Yeah.
They started yelling that I'm famous. I literally had all of forward galley chanting, famous, famous, famous. And one person's like, what's his name? And they're like, Aaron. They're Aaron. Like literally the entire mess deck. It was like 40 something people were like chanting my name. I was like, this crap's gonna go to my head. I was like, I gotta remove myself from this situation 5 minutes ago. So I like ran away. But yeah, it's happened like quite a bit. Oh Lord. So I'm trying to I try to remain like humble, but it's like hard when people are like, it's famous! Screaming at me.
He ran away.
Like, yeah, I'll just throw something away.
Oh.
Like they're reacting, like they were reacting like how I would react like if I saw Ariana Grande.
Seriously?
Yeah, I would kidnap her.
What?
Just kidding. No, I'm not. So, but yeah, it was insane.
No, I'm not.
It's like hopefully no one got that. Just kidding. But yeah, it's insane. It's a lot of love and support, for sure. Which was like amazing. I'm sitting there like working on gear, and twisting wrenches and stuff, fixing brakes. Excuse me, huh? Do you do YouTube? I'm like, it just I'm like covered in grease and sweat. It's like 100 degrees in the hangar bay. I'm just like, I always want to get this done so I can go. They're like, you're the guy.
It's the guy.
I'm just like, I'm just a guy. Like, no, but you're the guy. You know how many people are the guy? Brad Pitt, Ryan Reynolds, William Dafoe. It's like the list goes on and on. Aaron, who's Aaron? I don't know, but he's on the list.
Don't you dare!
Okay, Google, how do I remove myself from the list?
Which one?
Don't forget Matthew McConaughey.
No.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, see?
You know who's definitely on the list? Marky Mark. I hate you. I hate
Holy
you.
fish face! It's
a
a guy.
Yeah, it's an interesting deployment.
Ugh.
But a lot of love and support.
Ooh, I can't wait for Free Guy to come out.
Stop it!
Ow! Quit pinching me.
I'm not pinching you.
You're a liar.
Oh, you want to tag? All right, your turn.
No.
Take the mantle.
You do.
Did I make it look easy?
Yeah.
It's because it is easy.
No.
Just answer questions and talk to people and be yourself. That's it.
I'll do it eventually.
And hopefully they don't hate you.
every single one on there obviously hate your guts.
But yeah. Alright, so there's no more questions. It's kind of good.
Wait.
Means I can wrap this up.
Oh. No, we're in
What?
July.
Alright.
Free guy comes out.
Dongwook Kim. How do you keep all of your personal belongings while on deployment?
Oh, in your bed.
Literally in your bed?
Like under your mattress?
Lifts up. Well, lifts up. You just put everything inside your little compartments, and like all my souvenirs that I got from Oman, from Greece. This I had stored inside my rack. I got this hoodie from Greece. Yeah, I had the flag on like a white one, but it didn't fit. I was so upset. I really liked it, and then they didn't have the stencil anymore.
You want this?
So no,
Are you sure?
because I'm fat.
Yeah, so am I. I can't eat it.
You're not fat.
You can have the ice
No,
cream.
I don't want it.
Yes, you do.
I'm already gonna yell for eating one.
That's like 1 3/4. I mean, one
Yeah,
one
just-
and 1 1/4.
Yeah, just keep all your stuff in your rack. Your rack stays locked. It has to be anyways, or your stand-up locker, or sometimes your workspace can have additional storage space as well. That may or may not be in my deployment video as well. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna upload that video. I swear. I need to promote the crap out of it though, bro. I would cry if that video got like 1 million views. Like it.
That'd be pretty cool.
I'm not trying to like boast. It's definitely worth 1 million views. Like
It's 8 minutes.
the effort I put into this video, bro, it is easily the best video I've ever made for my channel.
with your
and I
skills-
can't upload it.
With your skills in
It's
video
upsetting.
editing, your skills are already fantastic. Plus the Navy's video editors, that's gonna be a great video. Because they've got some good
The
editors.
video
too.
was done by me. I got virtually nothing from media besides pictures of the Triad and the Admiral. That's it.
Oh.
It's the only thing I got from media. It was all me.
What day?
The EXO was like, "Need help you out with this?" I was like, "They absolutely did." He's like, "Oh, it's fantastic." I was like, "Yeah, they gave me 4 pictures." He was like, "This is all you?" I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "You didn't use any of their like editing equipment?" I was like, "No." He's like, "What'd you use?" I was like, "My phone." He was like, "What?" I was like, "Yeah, I do all my videos on my phone. Besides reaction videos. Reaction videos are done on the computer. That's it."
Dang.
He grabbed my phone. He's like rewinding parts. He's like, "Oh." CMC Reynolds was just like, "You need to put this in the video. Take that out." I was like, "All right." Took that out. Put this in. Came back. He's like, "You need to send me this when you get back so I can show my family." Like, all right. So I just like text you or like, how does this work? He kept calling me bro. Having the CMC call me bro.
That's scary.
It was weird. I was like, YouTube, CMC. It's like we're not allowed to be friends by trade.
Sir,
Like Facebook you the link because like your email is gonna change. What job do you have? I am an aviation ordnanceman.
what does that do?
It's like bombs and weapons and IOUs. I'm just kidding. I don't really say IOUs like that. IOUs for me is more pride in my rate. It's not. I can't have anything, can I? What's your rate?
Mine? I wish I had one.
Just say IT.
No.
Because you are an IT. I guarantee you, your COC is having you fix computer crap.
Oh yeah, all the time.
Yeah, okay, you're an IT.
I'm an undesignated IT man. IT man? I might as well be a radio man then.
Boats and technician.
Both.
Boats and IT. You're
I am.
you're a bit. That's what you are. You're a bit.
Yeah, I
I
don't,
don't like how that sounds.
Yeah. I am the boatswain's personal IT.
Yeah, he's a BM. What is my rank? I am currently an aspiring wannabe AO3.
So
Basically,
AOAN.
I'm an AON. Stop it! Everybody here is E for bro.
That was my hair.
Yeah, quit lowering my chair.
That hurts
Yeah,
so
I bet
bad.
it did.
I'm not buying you food.
You were supposed to, and you didn't.
I told you they,
That's what I had to
didn't, they
eat.
didn't have it.
That's what I had.
They didn't have
You
it.
gotta have what?
The chicken part.
I told you, chicken or whatever meat they have.
Oh, I only heard the chicken. I'm
You
sorry.
heard what you wanted to hear, and that's why you failed.
I still got you your freaking cancer drink that would have killed me,
It's not cancer.
and then I drank from it.
Whose fault? Is it my fault? I made you drink from it.
You put it right in front of me.
It'd be
which
my
is
fault
a
if I
stupid
make
idea.
this pencil disappear.
Oh, because of the banana?
You
Yes.
stay out of this. No, I'm just kidding.
Well,
Well, Got no questions. Come on, guys. We got a little bit of time.
No, we don't.
We don't? Alright, we're out of time, guys. My sponsor just gave me the
My sponsor just gave me the
red light.
No, yeah.
He gave me a big old thumbs down. We gotta end this right now.
Yeah, because
Oh,
I have that business call at 17:30. So.
Okay.
I have a question. Give me a second.
So at 17:30, I'll end the stream, and him and I'll go to the store and get the food.
Yes. Yeah,
It's going to be 10 minutes. I set a timer for 6 minutes, so it's gonna go off at 7:23.
This is my best friend's, I think, cousin.
How do I request money?
Request money?
It says like donate. I don't see request.
Oh, okay. Well, don't donate. I already did.
Oh.
I can't donate until we get paid again.
And what is this fundraiser for?
For my best friend's cousin, she has a, I don't remember what she has, but it's not good. Whole life with health. I don't remember what it is. I know that she doesn't have long though.
Dang, that's tough. It's very sad.
Yep.
Irish Green says he's handsome. Talking about him?
Me? Ha!
It's pretty good.
Wait, her name is Irish Cream? That's like the best creamer in existence.
Green.
Oh, Irish Green?
His or hers? I don't know. It's hard to tell with names sometimes. Maybe it's actually pronounced Iris.
Maybe.
I don't know.
I'm assuming those questions are for you though. What job do you have? What's your rank?
I already answered those.
He's handsome. Oh. Well then she was definitely talking about you. Or you.
She said her.
Her?
Alright.
Oh yeah.
Well, his Snapchat is.
Whoa.
Well, my Snapchat is not good.
She says, "I am a her."
Right, but who are you talking about?
Talking about him, right? He's the good-looking one. I know he's.
He is. He's great.
You're lucky I'm taken.
Oh, are you?
No, not officially.
So am I.
But I'm basically taken.
Hmm.
You're taken?
Yeah, no shoot.
Hey, slow down. Slow down.
The guy. It's the guy!
No. With the tan shirt.
Tan. This isn't tan. This
Trying to
is
say I'm
white.
ugly?
This is white.
It's the camera. She can't see. She said, Snapchat me, boo.
Nope. Sorry. Hate to burst your bubble, but I'm
We
already
can be
taken.
friends. No.
Huh?
I'm everybody's friend. Oh yeah, it's Aaron is my friend. Yeah. No.
I'm surprised that someone said that with my hair being so disgusting.
You're wearing a hat.
Yeah, no, I took it off when I was over there earlier though.
All right, are there any more
They
questions?
said FWB.
Oh. Again, no thank you. I appreciate the offer.
friends with Beamers. I like
With
it.
Beamers, currently I have a
Why?
Jeep Liberty,
He has a
so
Jeep Liberty. He's poor.
no, I'm getting a new car.
She said
A
joking.
2002.
She said
but
joking.
New to me, right?
Are there no more questions?
I'm waiting to see. I'm waiting for the alarm to go off. As soon as your alarm goes off, out. We've been doing this for like a minute now, so
Yeah, it's been like 2 hours.
Waste time.
2.5 hours.
Oh.
That's not helping.
I can't even spell my first name. Oh my gosh. Use as billing name. Yes.
I have surgery next Wednesday. So, Chief, I'm taking leave. I'm coming home the 6th and leave the 19th. I'm gonna have my my +1 with me, so it'll be interesting. Are you guys at a hotel? We are not. He is, and we just crashed.
Yep.
Pretty good.
I mean, I just.
Unfortunately, we're all homeless. We live on the ship.
Yeah.
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
No,
whoa.
get out of here.
That is a derogatory term.
Minus you.
Oh no, I am homeless, but it's still a derogatory term.
All right, and that's the buzzer. We gotta go because he's got to do a business phone call, which is why he
Well,
has
it's
the hotel
it's
room.
23. It just go. I will get the call at the 30.
So we can keep it on for like 3 more minutes.
All right, that's fine.
You have 3 minutes.
So
to
three.
ask
So
questions?
3 minutes. Ask the questions in the 3 minutes. All the 3 minutes you got. How am I doing this with my mouth? That looks weird. So ask all the questions you guys got. So we're about to get off.
Pop.
There's like
I see a hand.
there's like 5 people left. It's my hand.
Oh, cool. Let me know when you take leave. Surgery next Wednesday. Who's that?
Yeah, I'll be flying in at 2 in the afternoon. I'm gonna see if I can head down to Miami, because like since I'm gonna have her with me, sister and whatnot, or at least brother-in-law. They're kind of like we don't know her. You guys aren't like serious just yet, so they're like teetering with some ideas of allowing me to come down. So we will see. But I know you said, depending on your surgery and whatnot, you would drive up. So it'd be pretty cool to see you.
Wait, what is this? Did you get this?
You know?
Did you get it while we were there?
No.
Oh, well, why didn't we use it? Get you some points
Well,
or something.
because I've only been using it for like a day,
Oh.
so I
didn't
don't
even know
have
that.
many rewards.
Just remember when
not
you were
wanna
swabbing
be-
the deck, you do not want to be the one with the shortest mouth in the Navy.
Do you get it, or do I have to explain it to you?
Explain it.
I'll have to explain it after the stream then. Or you can ask him to explain
Is
it.
it a metaphor?
Yeah.
Don't talk to me like I'm Drax right now. Metaphor. It's like a thing for you know. It's like a metaphor for you know. Oh. Ah.
Oh, he got
I
it.
thought my tongue was blue for a second. I was like, what the heck?
What'd you have to do with blue?
Swap the deck.
1 minute.
1 minuto.
We're about to be out, baby.
Pop, pop, pop.
So I just need you guys to be gone until at least 45.
It's 15 minutes.
Yeah,
That's a long time. That's like
It's just
6
on-
hours
it's
while
just-
you're deployed.
it's just on the back end.
Stop.
What are you talking about?
What are you doing?
What are you talking
Oh,
about?
that's you. No, I'm just kidding. So, we'll start wrapping it up. Do one more question. So whoever gets it in first will answer their question, or he will.
He will.
Probably because he's very, very well dressed.
Oh, there's one. Do you think they should make the vaccine mandatory? I do.
No.
They
Definitely
have
not.
made it mandatory.
No, they
for
haven't.
Us.
Why is it called mopping when using a mop, but it's not called brooming when you... Stop that.
It's swabbing. Swabbing,
Stop.
technically.
I think they should make the vaccine mandatory because there's nothing wrong with it, and it literally just gives you benefits. But that is my opinion.
I think polar opposite. You don't want to know my opinion. on
Okay.
vaccine.
Here we go.
We gotta go. All right, guys. We'll see you on the next one. How do I end this?
I have no idea.